Liberia, like I said, is one of the best countries in the world, whether you believe it or not. You understand? Yeah, it's a small country. It's one of the best countries. You know, we are very good people. And then I think what we should strive for is for our country to survive. You know, and that's why we promote peace in our country. You know, for so many years we've been promoting peace, and people that brought war still continue to have the face and idea of discrimination. This is wrong, and we will not sit as citizens of this country. I was in opposition before. I faced this thing before, and then of course I'm in opposition. We'll put check to that.
Wow. And these things happen in the wake of these turbulent times. You know, the economic hardship is very high, and there were people that you may have placed on payroll and so forth here and there, but these are Liberians. In the wake of all of these hardships, they have been taking off jobs, and some of them could be angered by that and take matters into their own hands. And you are a man of peace, and if they did support you and they are suffering because they are associated with you, people have been taking up 10 new positions. Whoever associated with you, either directly or indirectly, they have been taking off jobs. These things could anger people and they could take matters in their own hands. What say you to this? Yeah.
Maybe the international community that were reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. And we have to respect the laws of the Republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, when they tell me that no, this is a tenure position, you cannot move the person until their tenure expire. So be it. That's the law. We can't break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the Republic. We're not a democratic period, so we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just only tenure position holders. They are the one that feeling the pinch the most. They got nothing.
Maybe when you are angry and you let the wrong people thinking that they are the savior, is wrong. You understand? We were in opposition before. If you employ poor people that have the minimum, and somebody come to power and believe that because they associate with other people, they have to be taking on job. This is very bad. That's not good. No leader can do that. You know, and what, $50 job, $100 job? You mean the government that come to power, that came to rescue, cannot even give a $50, $100 job or lead a citizen on that job? This is wrong. It's wrong. It be everything that they're doing wrong, and we know that. You know, but again, the peace of Liberia is the most important. It's the most important, and that's why we in accordance with the law. You know, this is wrong. People supported the Unity Party. I came to power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man, and you refuse to employ a Liberian. Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong. Maybe the disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And the old men know that. Bwaga know that. Bwaga know that. When we were there, the Bwaka, we used to go to him, even fee Bwaka because of his title. You know what I'm saying? Make him comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing. You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberian is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie. It's a lie.
Wow. But you should be concerned as well. While it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Sawyer time, I kept the peace. Charles Taylor time, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, any position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I've kept for her, to respect the laws of the republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. You understand? So I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful, but we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people, and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, let me give her the respect, because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree, and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked. You understand? Disrespecting leaders that are traveling, and you refuse for them to use the laws that they built, and Liberians sit out there and say, yeah, it's right. No, it's not right. If the Bwaka man, he was not even president, and we gave him a VIP all the time he's traveling, what you're doing is wrong, and you need to wake up. Those things are wrong. Those things are wrong. Everybody said that. You want that change? Bwaka was not a change. Bwaka was never the change. Those few people that believe that all the years, almost 171 years, they left this country, they wanted to come back because of where they were, there was no greener pasture. They think that they can get in Liberia and lie, say they came for a change. There's never came for a change. Why they changing? To break the laws is why they're changing? No. There will be a period, and we will check. But again, like I said to all Tunisians, and that's what you saw today, in the ring, go to have your program and be peaceful. Enjoy yourselves. Be together, recalibrate. You know what I'm saying? Regain the people confidence. And Liberians are there. You got some sound Liberians that believe that we were the right group. Yes, I'm not saying that everything was roses. No, but we fought for this country in the midst of a pandemic. Liberia shine amongst a great nation. So what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So the disrespect to our citizens is wrong. It's wrong. You know, it's wrong. Respect the law.
Good morning, Liberia. Good morning, the sweet land of liberty on the continent of Africa, West Africa to be specific, the Republic of Liberia. What on this blessed Thursday morning, the 24th day of April 2025. This is, I'd like to say a pleasant good morning and a warm welcome to your program. Talk about it on King's 88.5. Talk about it, we discuss issues of national concern. We bring them on the table in the for you there in Radio Land. The time to be a part of the program by putting forth your comment, suggestions, and recommendations, the way forward on our best we can move our country, Mama Liberia. We disagree though, but we found a common ground and force ahead as a people. Please be my guest. My name is Israel. BOYE-WEAH SIEH. Let's take a just of our theme song and be just right back. Thank you so kindly. Thank you so much. Let me say good morning to the peace-loving people of our country, Mama Liberia, across the 15th sub-political division of the Republic of Liberia. I greet you all this morning, those of you across Maserado County within the 17th electoral district. Let me say good morning to you. Maybe you are on your way to your job site, your business area. Maybe you are out for a special interview this morning. You are on a keke, on a motorbike, on a private or commercial vehicle, and you are in tune to Kings 88.5. Let me say good morning to our friends across the country following us via the radio and the social media. Let me say good morning. Liberians in the diaspora, let me also say good morning to you. And what a great time, what a great opportunity to be here. And let's go ahead and share with others. And so it's indeed a great pleasure and a great time to be back for us to talk about our country, Liberia. It's very important to do. And I know all of what we do, we are doing it for Liberia. The truth is what we stand for. You know, too many things are happening in our country. And the peace that we enjoy today, it took the sacrifice of other people. Other people sacrificed their time. Other people were killed. Other people died just to make sure that we have peace in Liberia. And from the regime of former President Taylor, all the different transitions, when Madam Salif took over, you saw that we have 17,000 peacekeeping forces from across the world. Madam Salif managed to keep the peace until 2017, when then came the holding of a free, fair, transparent, democratic election that saw the dawning of a new day that brought in former President BOYE-WEAH. And former President BOYE-WEAH was able to maintain the peace. Former President BOYE-WEAH was able to maintain the peace. Then came the 2023 elections. We saw the Unity Party government returning now under the leadership of Joseph Human Boakai. Everybody's following what is happening. Everybody's aware. What I'm going to be doing this morning, Otis Sangan is with me in the studio. You know, Otis, at times we do the show for me because I trust his intellectual, might and his understanding relative national issues. So I line at times to sit. We'll talk a little bit about it. anything should happen in this country, if anything should happen in this country, whether good or bad for this country, President Joseph Yuma Boakai will be held liable. The president is responsible. Anything that happens in Liberia, Joseph Boakai is responsible. All that thing when you're talking, snow time, and they won't happen, the other one yet. President Joseph Yuma Boakai will either make this country peaceful or he make the country unstable. Joseph Boakai will either make this country to develop or will remain like this. Joseph Yuma Boakai will either keep this country united or he will keep this country divided. If the president cares about the survivability of this country and its people, Joseph Yuma Boakai will take the rightful decision. For Richard Kun to say he rejects the decision of the Supreme Court is because he has the backing of the executive. And if Joseph Yuma Boakai means well for our country, then the decision will be his office to decide. Whether Liberia remains peaceful or Liberia plunge into instability, yes, the president will be held liable. And one thing I want all of us to understand, when the war came to this country, it started from Nimba. It started from Butuo. It started from Nimba. What plunged our country into instability is because people feel that they were unsatisfied. They were not happy with the governance system in our country. They felt marginalized. Other people felt they were overlooked because of corruption. People, nepotizing and other things. People felt that they were marginalized. And people felt the best way to resolve our issue, go in the bushes. Let's fight. If that 10 years we fight, let's fight for 10 years and let's continue to see the country down. And every one of us being in the country, we saw what happened to Liberia. We saw what happened to the country for 14 unbroken years. People who had their master's degree, their PhD, their doctorate degree, they were slaves to those boys. They were slaves to children who couldn't read the lines, but they were taking drugs and they were using the AK-47s, the Beretta, the M203, the M60, the M16. And they were killing innocent people. The war was never respected of anybody, who you were, whether you were this or you. There were no political party in the fight. Because people felt disenchanted, they felt they were marginalized, they felt corruption was too much in the country. The peace that we enjoy today is something that we must be able to manage. When people are disenfranchised and disenchanted, these are some of the things that happen. Nobody has monopoly over any trouble in this country. Violent, whatever. Our country has come a long way for us to see Liberia going into the stage of retrogressiveness. No. Whoever is advising the president, that Mr. President, don't listen to them. Go have the number. You're thinking about this country. You're thinking about yesterday. You're thinking about what Liberia have gone through, what our people have gone through. When the people are unhappy, you don't depend on security forces were in this country when they walk in. People were here when the fighting started. People were here when people who were dissatisfied, they started the fight. Government were on the ground. It's not that there was no government here when the trouble started in Liberia. There was government on the ground. When the trouble started, there was government. When the riot started, there was government. For me, I just hope and pray that Joe Boakai will listen to the voice of reason, including his associate. All of you that are saying no, no, no. You see, you're not looking at the trouble. You're not looking at what will happen to our country. No, you're not thinking about it. You're not concerned about what could happen to Liberia. You don't care. You don't care about it. The people will not listen to anybody. People jubilating, legitimate. We get that for Supreme Court. These are the things that led to our civil unrest. These are the things that brought instability in Liberia. When the people are unhappy, when the people are when they are not satisfied, and the way things going, the enemy use these situations to intrude. The enemy use these situations to create chaos. Today when I speak with Ote shortly, I will open the telephone lines because I'm foreseeing trouble. I'm foreseeing trouble. Some of the revelations, some of the dreams that came from people, these are things you must not underestimate. When the people feel marginalized, when they feel intimidated, when people continue to break the laws and they are adamant, they are in defiance of the law, and other people are backing them, supporting them because they think only them can live, only them should live. The truth should not live. It's troublesome. It's very, very troublesome. And I must say to you, don't play. Nobody should advise the president and tell the president, say, Papi, don't listen. Don't listen. Liberia is all we got. Globally, there are tensions all around the world. Globally, there are tensions all around the world. Everybody is trying to protect their little democracy. Everybody is trying to sit in their little space and protect their country. Everybody, the very Guinea, they are trying to put Dumuya want to protect their little space so that you will not have anybody going to Guinea to cause insurrection. Sierra Leone, they want to protect their little space. Cote d'Ivoire, they want to protect their little space. What is important is for our country to continue to survive. People are happy. People jumping up. We will not take it. The Supreme Court and rule. People against it. It will not happen. Joe Parker will not do it. Liberian, listen. I was here. These are some of the talks that I heard. I was here. I heard the same thing I'm telling you. I heard it. The things are simple, jumping around, causing. I heard all the things I was read in the country. I didn't go anywhere. I survived all the wars in this country because I had God. And wisdom was my defense. I saw everything. It was never selected. I'm not telling you war is going to come. But I'm telling you what lead to instability. What bring about chaos. What caused the people to go on the rampage. I'm telling you what caused people to go on the rampage. I'm telling you. Marginalization, intimidation, playing with the rule of law. These are the things that the enemies look for and they intrude. My prayer is that Joseph Human Parker as a president will use wisdom and don't play with this. If there is no law in this country, then Liberia will be a lawless nation. Everybody, I think that what Joe Parker said, everybody might get gone. Then the country will be a lawless country. Then everybody will have fractions. It will be like Sudan. It will be like other country. We all will have different groups. If this is how we want our country to go, already the people are suffering. The people can't afford. Nobody wants to help this government. The government is only relying on projects that the former government signed. And we're not talking about how we live together. Nobody preaching reconciliation. Everything. And you got one Richard Kuhn, one greedy man sitting in the corner say he will never accept anything. And Joseph Bagapo Serin behind him. Joseph Bagapo police behind him. Joseph Bagate people put it behind the man. The decision of the court, the higher court, and somebody want to say politically, the things that are happening in Evansville, that thing that happening, that nothing will come in follow yet. President Parker, you're stopping it. Not only you control the country. You're not the only people that got violent people. You're not the only people that got people that fought war in this country that are all rebels, commandos, freedom fighters. No. Your group, not the only group that control the children. The children all around you, they scatter all you looking for trouble. Some are not prepared to be running here there. Our people suffer so long. Our people suffer too much. Joe Parker, you're listening, oh. The thing you are playing with here, the thing that could create serious issue, that why you're playing with so. But let me talk to Otis Sanka. And let me get his own analysis. He already put on his political shades and glasses again. So we can talk. Then I will open the lines. I don't want to look. All the things I see you jumping around, I see Speaker Kun people, que va be there, que va be there. We will not take it. We will not accept it. When Speaker Kofa will do, Kofa can't do it. Kun will be there. Kun will be there. I get trouble you want. When something spark out in this country, you don't get nothing. Just be more than you will be, that the police will protect you, that the army will come protect you. The army do not get life. These are things that cause trouble. Nobody's saying war is coming, but I'm telling you what could lead to instability. This is how it starts. So what is it the supporters, Speaker Kofa said, to go in the Capitol building? There will be fight. There will be fight that they will fight. They will not take it. Speaker Kofa will go in the office. They will bust Rachel Kun office for Speaker Kofa. Why does the associate go there and the police join there? And heavy tension open in that Capitol building. And everybody takes side. You go, that whole place thing blow into oblivion. The police are supposed to take side with Kofa, the John Uncle side. The good are supposed to John Uncle side, the John Uncle. And suppressive firing open over there. What you do? Before you realize the whole city on Tambon, what will you do? Before you realize the things start to escalate across the city, people running here there. When you will put it under control, that the army will come. The army able to control tension in the city. That the army. And Speaker Kofa, people say the Supreme Court rule, they're going for Speaker Kofa office. Greg will come and put all that police officer there. He will not kill everybody. One way or the other people could seize and take and seize their own weapon. You know what could happen in our city? The thing when you're playing for, you're talking about. Look, for me, the whole thing about resolving this issue is Joseph Baka. The whole issue about this whole hulu balu at the Capitol building. Joseph Baka is just the one to resolve the whole issue. Nobody. That thing what is that Bujum Bujan Keita and advising the president to do it and this that and blah blah blah. As far as concerned, even the Labyrinth Senate, they are raising issue. Dylan is saying Speaker Kofa is the speaker. Why does the Labyrinth Senate say they recognize Speaker Kofa as the legitimate speaker based on the ruling of the Supreme Court? What will you people do? That means you put the whole country, they come and shut the whole country down. Will Joseph Baka still keep police people behind it? The thing simple, Joe Baka. It's for you to play your cards well, reconciled. Take all the vehicle from behind Rachel Kun and say, my son, go sit down. Yeah, Kofa get it. If Kofa will still be there, he can be there. If he won't resign, he can resign. If the people now won't do issue, they can do it. Let the country live. This is not about Joseph Baka. This is not about Joseph Newman Baka. This is not about Rachel Kun, Mr. President. This is not about Rachel Kun, no papi. This is not about Rachel Kun. Rachel Kun already get his own trouble. His own horse, he get trouble there. Then another horse again, he get trouble there. So the two horses, Rachel Kun own horse, plus the Labyrinth people own horse, there's double trouble. The ball is in your court, Joe Baka, Mr. President. The ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. Let me say good morning, Otis, and welcome to talk about it on King's 88.5.
Yeah, thank you very, very much, Israel. And let me say good morning to everyone listening. You know, it's an opportunity for me to share the platform with you this morning. Much appreciate you giving me the time so that we can have our say, you know, on some national issues in our country. I listened to you, Mr. Sieh. You spoke about the issue of President BOYE-WEAH, you know, acknowledging the speakership of Representative Richard Nangbe-Kun. And you got it right. You know, the whole entire thing, it is because the executive had, you know, recognized or decided to do business with Representative Kun. That is why we are where we are now. Imagine if Representative Kun, as the purported speaker, was, you know, not being recognized by the executive by this time. All of the power, all of what he's saying, you know, he couldn't be doing it. Yeah. But history has its own way of repeating itself. You said something, we went to war, and these are some of the reasons. These are some of the reasons why we went into 14 years of civil unrest. And the war is no respecter of anybody. You know, Samuel Kanyado was president. When the war came, he was slain.
Yeah.
He was dragged. I mean, you saw what happened to him. The rest is history. So history has its own way of repeating itself. And again, look at where we are this morning. Look at where we are as a country. I mean, it is based on the choice we make, the decision our national leader make on this matter, on this issue, that we may Liberia, you know, remain to where it is in terms of peace.
Let me question you quickly, because we will be pushing, and the Supreme Court ruled yesterday in favor of the Constitution. It's not in favor of Kofa, in favor of the law, the rule of law in our country. What do you make of their ruling in your own analysis?
I mean, the ruling somebody will say because it's against them, so they're not happy. But the ruling is in the interest of Liberia. It's in the interest of our democracy. That is the essence of constitution. That is the essence of the Supreme Court. I think they play their parts. And Mr. Sieh, the issue of the constitution, the issue of the law is no respect of any man. That is why even the president of the country, soon to protect and uphold the constitution. And the Supreme Court, which is the judicial branch of government, their constitutional responsibility is to interpret the law.
Okay. So they interpret the law using what? What is the tool they use to interpret the law?
I mean, it is the book. It is
the book, the Constitution.
The Constitution.
Why would they not use the rules from the legislature?
No, I mean, the rules from the legislature is just something that is, for the legislature.
So the Constitution supersede.
Of course, the Constitution supersede every rules, every regulations, and every individual. Whether you are a citizen, whether you are a foreign national, it is obligated upon you to, obey whatever the Constitution says. This is not about an individual. It's not about your feeling, Israel. It's not about how you feel. It's not about, sometimes it doesn't go your way, but it is in the interest of the country. So yesterday, the Supreme Court did what it should have done. And I mean, it is left with the executive. It is left with those who are responsible, especially these guys are lawmakers. Yeah, it is left with them now. I mean, they are not asking, they are not begging. It is obligated that they uphold the ruling from the Constitution, because this is a country. Mind you now, if you want to trash the Constitution, I mean, these guys will not be represented. This guy will not be speaker, because there will be lawlessness. And you know what happened when we are in war. So the same seat, the same position they are fighting for today, it is the same Constitution that guarantee that seat. And that is the same Constitution the Supreme Court used to interpret the impasse at the Capitol building, especially the House of Representatives. So I think the Supreme Court did extremely well, and every party should respect the ruling from the Supreme Court.
But barely after a few hours, the majority bloc speaker, Kuhn, rejected the ruling from the court, and said he removes the speaker.
You see, that is where baffled me, and I know it baffled many Liberians. I was just walking after the ruling on yesterday. I mean, I heard serious, ordinary Liberians, having their own say or making their own say on the issues of the Supreme Court ruling. Richard Namwe-Kuhn, Representative Richard Namwe-Kuhn, I guess he's coming from an emotional standpoint, because if the Supreme Court rules, the first thing, if you believe that what the Supreme Court rules or the rule of the Supreme Court is something that, has no guarantee, then he should have even he should have even hired a lawyer. A lawyer should have even stand in front of the Supreme Court bench to argue for the fact that he hired a lawyer, for the fact that a lawyer represented him in front of the bench of the Supreme Court. That shows that the Supreme Court is the final arbiter of dispensing justice now.
Were they represented yesterday?
Yes, they were represented.
He was represented yesterday?
Yes, he was represented by his legal team. They were represented by their legal
team. During the hearing, they were there?
Yeah, during the hearing, his legal team.
So previous hearing, they were also there?
Yeah, they were also there.
When the court asked them to come and give their opinion on the matter?
Of course, they were there. And if he doesn't have interest, or if he doesn't believe in the court, or you see that the court is kind of interfering, like he said in his communication, the court is interfering in another branch of government, affairs. And I wonder, why would some people go to school and their reasoning are somehow questionable? Look, interpretation is not interference. Interpretation is not interference. Look, That is why the Supreme Court will not, say we since the fact we rule that Kofa is a legitimate speaker, we not hold Kofa in the morning, carry straight to the capital building and put him in the speaker office. No. The Supreme Court rules and gave you the instruction to obey the rules. So it's not interference. That is the constitutional mandate, that they are there to interpret the law. So
but he said the court decision is a blatant violation of the doctrine of the separation of power.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the court constitutional bargain is they are the interpreter of the law.
Okay.
And interpreting the law, it doesn't in any way mean they are interfering. I hope you get me. I know many Liberians out there getting me. To interpret the law, what the Supreme Court did on yesterday, it is interpretation. It is not interference. So I don't know where they are coming from. Again, they have been beclouded with the greed of power. I know where Representative Kun stands from. Seeing the security detail no longer being behind him, like wow, all of those things. So that's where he's coming from. And it is scary for our democracy. It is scary for Hidden Kun himself, because you cannot have a Supreme Court, the final arbiter of justice, dispensing justice and giving their legal opinion on a matter. Then you say, no, we can't follow that.
So when a court rule in a matter, the decision of the court was responsible to enforce the decision of the court. Who enforced the decision of the court?
It is the executive.
It's the executive.
Yeah.
So do you expect the executive to enforce do you think they will enforce the decision of the Supreme Court?
I don't want to speak for them, but I think it's the right thing to do. And Mr. President just came back from Accra, and I know apparently he's tired, and we have to give him some time, maybe at the end of the close of this day, to issue a statement. But I mean, by this time, the executive should have, by this time, the executive should come out with a statement.
With a statement?
Yes.
You think there's no need to delay?
Yes, no need to delay. I mean, there's no delay. This is about the country, Israel. This is about the country. But again, maybe somebody will say the president just coming back, so he has to get late time. So let's give him time. But I think the executive, look, the entire thing is relying on the executive to make decisions, like you said earlier. Look, by this time, the executive should make a statement. And what is most scary in Israel, it is some of those very government officials, after the Supreme Court ruling, they are coming out with all kind of statements, especially from the managing director of the Liberia Waters World Corporation, Mo Ali, and talking about women paid. These are government officials. Their statements,
and they're from the executive,
of course. And making such statement is scary. And mind, this is a government. The law get there to protect everyone, including foreign nationals. If you are a government official, making some statement that is not in line with the law, I mean, it is very scary, because it has the propensity to scare away investors. It has the propensity to make this country ungovernable. And it will affect the Mo Ali, it will affect the Wilmot Pay and several other government officials who believe that they cannot adhere to the Supreme Court rule.
But there were some arguments. Some are saying if the COFA group were operating unconstitutionally, like Justice Wesley said, why did the issue they were able to pass the national budget, and the very Supreme Court were paid as a result of the passage of the national budget? Those are some things they were arguing. Those are some points that they were making.
That had been an argument initially. I listened to some of them. Initially, that was the argument. Why would the Supreme Court, the very Supreme Court, say that everything the self-majority bloc did is unconstitutional, but they received money from the self-majority bloc after they passed the budget? Then I wonder. I said, wow. Is this the kind of country we want to see? Only because it interests you today, so you feel that everything is okay. Look, the government have to run. Whether that Rachel Kun pass the budget, whether that Speaker Kofa pass the budget, the government has to run. And the passage of the budget, they didn't receive the money illegally. I don't want to say, I believe that it is not illegal to receive money, because it is the right amount that should have been allocated, or that should be allocated to the judiciary for their function. That was the exact amount that was allocated for them. But did the money come from the legitimate leadership of the house? I said no. But again, they receive a legitimate, allocation to run the affairs of the judiciary. Though the group that allocated the money for their function or their operation, it was not a legitimate group, but they received a money that should be allocated to them as per the law. So the Supreme Court was in no error to receive money from the Kun, the Kun block. And again, the money didn't come from Kun pocket. This is not Kun money he raised from his rentage here, the house where he were fighting over. That is not the money he raised from the rentage to pay or to get the judiciary so that they can run the affair. This is taxpayer money, and it's intended to be used for the function of the governance in the state. So the Supreme Court is saying no error. They receive what they should receive for their operation from whether the Kun Blago, whether the Kofa Blago. But the Supreme Court receive a money that is that should be constitutionally provided for them for their operation.
But they also say everything that they did there was unconstitutional. Well, so it's inclusive of the budget.
Yeah, actually the issue of the budget was unconstitutional.
So those are the arguments coming from Unity Party and other folks. So if this is happening, do you still believe that Richard Kunwe will back down? He's in the office already. He has fleets of vehicle security guarding him. You think he's willing to give up with the backings of the executive?
From what Richard Kunwe wrote on yesterday, I sense his desperation for the position. And it's so sad for our country. It's so sad for the Richard Kunwe man. He's not setting an example. I know what it takes to take a wow from behind you. Where you come in, people got to stand, people got to clear the road. I know what it takes to become a ordinary representative again, no longer. So I know where he comes from. But again, the law is the law. The law is not about your emotion. It's not about how you feel. It's not about how you think. Look, if the law says this way, you got to go this way. That's why even the president of the Republic of Liberia is subject to the Constitution. It is obligated upon every citizen, including foreign nationals, to obey the Constitution, whatever way it goes. So today, it might seem like against Representative Kun, but it is for the interest of the country. It is the law. It's not about how you feel. It is not about how it affects him. It is about what becomes of the country. It is about what our country have to do for the survivability of the ordinary people. So, I mean, Richard Kun, he's not going to be big, as people say, they got to sit down and talk this thing. No.
Don't you think they need to sit around the table?
They need to sit around the table. These are
talk about it?
These are legislators. They need to sit around the table, but these are legislators. But again, sitting around the table is not in any way means that Richard Kun will have the opportunity to have his say on how he think, how he feel. No.
You say he's going to conduct section. You say want to have the quorum.
Then that way he will be going contrary. That way he will be going contrary. And there are consequences to that, Israel. There are consequences to that, internally and externally. And he knows very well.
Is there consequences that will affect not just the people, but the very government of Joe Bwaka?
Of course. And Bwaka is cognizant of that.
He's aware.
He's aware. He's an old man who stays in the business for a very long time. Except he refused to act. Except he trying to, I don't know, I heard something like, that Representative Kun was at the home of Mandela Cooper on last evening. I got that information. Apparently, he's trying to, negotiate, because Mandela Cooper is the political advisor to the president. So going to Mandela Cooper house and seeing the communication coming from his office, I think Richard Kun is getting it wrong. Look, Israel, if you go on the street now, you interact with ordinary Liberians. Look, you will sense that the people believe that the law should be the law. The law should be the law. And this is not, it's not about how to feel. It's not about how to think. Look, Liberia have to run. This is a country. If Richard Kun, they respect the rule of law today, the constitutional, interpretation for the Supreme Court, and Liberia goes into chaos. Which of course I don't want to see. You know what becomes a Liberia? You know what becomes the Richard Kuhlman himself?
Mhm.
Will he be able to ride it while he's riding right now? Will he be able to control the budget he wished to control? No, he will not. It is because of the Constitution. It is because of the law that make Richard Kuhn were able to pass the budget. Richard Kuhn is a representative. Richard Kuhn is able to get what he getting now to sit in that position. So without the law, Richard Kuhn will not be what he is. He will not do what he's doing. So,
I remember Delon recently said that the Senate was going to invite the legal advisor to President Walker, that in 1 year, the executive mansion have blundered legally. They have made too many mistakes. And yesterday I saw Delon recognizing the decision of the ruling of the court, and said, indeed, Kofat is the legitimate speaker, and the Liberian Senate is going to decide what next, the course of actions they're going to take. Do you think this issue about the speakership is that the president's been misguided by his legal team, or he is doing it because of political issues that they want to show political might?
I think he's been misguided
By his legal team?
Yes, I think he's being misguided. It is glaring, Israel. It's not something to think. It's something that we all know. We all see. Look at what happened. Look, let's start from the issue of the tenure position. Look at what happened. You suspended people on the basis of corruption as it relates to the tenure position. Till you replaced them. Up to now, you are yet to act upon whatever how do you call it? Whatever GAC or the report that indicted our people, or those people you suspended from the tenure position. I think that is a blatant violation of the rule of law, and it is very scary. And going to the impasse at the legislature, it continues to show that President Bouaka is being misguided. He has been ill-advised as it relates to the issue of the rule of law. And going forward, it's going to haunt him. It's going to haunt the very people who are advising him legally. That's why Senator Dillon made a statement, a few weeks back. Who is really advising this president? Who is very, 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 very advising this president, especially his justice minister, the Attorney General? Listening to the Supreme Court on yesterday, they were clear with the issue of the justice minister, his interpretation. So, the Supreme Court spoke in a very clear and pure tone, because everybody was like, previously when the Supreme Court, rule that ultra people say Supreme Court speaking in too much language that they can't understand and they can come clear. Now the Supreme Court comes clear that even the Oma in Douala market can understand. Why else you want the Supreme Court to do? Why else? So, President Bouaka, legal advice team are not doing well for him. And it's going to plunge this country into chaos. You can't depend on the police. You can't depend on the military. Israel, the military are not even in number. And the very military you think that you have control over, there are people who in the military who believe in other people. So, you cannot have total, absolute control over the police. You cannot have absolute control over the military when push comes to shove. You cannot. And we are not going on that route, because we are civilized people. We are people who have graduated, and for the fact that the Supreme Court rule, it has strengthened our democracy up again.
The political leader of the Alternative National Congress, first he rebuked Richard Kuhn and members of the self-proclaimed majority bloc, and he's calling for enforcement of the Supreme Court ruling. Now, if the political leader of the ANC is calling for the enforcement of the Supreme Court ruling, all is backing down to Joseph Yoman Bouaka, the executive. Is that the political will there to enforce this ruling? Do we expect that President Bouaka will will live up to the decision of the Supreme Court that our country go far.
Now, what we expect from him?
You expect from
Now, what the Liberian people expect from the president? In fact, if the president he really means well, by this time he should come out with a communication. He should come out with a communication, and acknowledging the Supreme Court ruling, and telling Liberian people who he was elected to serve, telling his position, his government position on the ruling for the Supreme Court. By this time,
maybe he wants to listen to his legal team.
The legal team haven't been doing well for him. The legal team have brought him to where he is today. Look, if President BOYE-WEAH really serious, if President BOYE-WEAH means well, if President BOYE-WEAH truly came to rescue Liberians, he truly believed in the rule of law that he sworn to on January 22nd, when he was inaugurated. If he really believed in the rule of law, President BOYE-WEAH should come out with a statement. He should instruct his government officials to stop doing business with Representative Rachel Coon. He should instruct the finance minister particularly. He should instruct the Minister of Justice to stop doing business with Rachel Coon. If President BOYE-WEAH, send those instructions across to his various ministries and agencies, various ministers, to stop doing business with Rachel Coon.
He could be afraid.
No, I mean, it's not about afraid, Israel. Look, this is a constitutional obligation. It's not about being afraid. This is not a decision. This is not a decision that BOYE-WEAH is taking in his own interest. It's not a decision BOYE-WEAH is taking based on the way he feels. This decision is backed by the Constitution. So there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing. So BOYE-WEAH now should instruct his government official, especially the finance minister, because that the budget been making strong. And the police, the justice minister should also be instructed to take the security detail from behind Rachel Coon. Look, when Rachel Coon has when Rachel Coon, he no longer have those security detail, and the finance minister is no longer doing business with him. Rachel Coon will not be doing what he's doing. In fact, some of the people who even went over to Adiko himself to Rachel Coon camp, doing the impasse. They went there purposely because of the budget, because he was the one in charge of the budget. You saw last in the time, some of the people who crossed over, it was because of the budget they went there.
And he's still in charge.
I mean, he's not in charge.
He's not in charge.
He's not in charge. That President BOYE-WEAH now should instruct his finance minister. He should instruct his justice minister, Rachel Coon.
So the decision now is with Joe, the executive.
Of course.
The executive has that decision now. Because when it comes to the enforcement of the law, it is the executive that enforces the law. So you got the police. Oh, wow. So, Otis, before we leave you, maybe you want to touch other things.
Yeah, let me just say quickly before I go, the issue of law. Before you do law, you should have a first degree, like prerequisite. Before you do law, you should have a first degree in whatever discipline. So lawyers are people who are sound-minded people. So you cannot take them for granted. I'm very sorry that some lawyers cannot act professionally or ethically, but before you do law, you should have your first degree in whatever discipline. That's the prerequisite to obtaining a law degree. And again, I think the Supreme Court has done a very great job for our country. They are saying a very, very good lesson that history will live with, until mankind comes to an end.
You think that's the best gift that Chief Justice Yayendu can lead back as he retires soon?
I mean, it paved the way for our democracy. The decision from the Supreme Court on yesterday, it paved the way for our democracy. It shows that Liberians still have what it takes, to be an example on the continent of Africa and across the world. Look, President BOYE-WEAH should not do this thing like, he should put down his ego. They should put down their ego and think about Liberia. Liberia is far better than every one of us. So the Supreme Court have played their part. The Supreme Court now can't foil Rachel Coon. They will not can force President BOYE-WEAH to do the right thing. But the Constitution, and the Constitution, it is binding that President BOYE-WEAH take the decision of the Supreme Court. The Supreme, in your own opinion, neither the full associate justice.
I reliably learned that the associate justice, BOYE-WEAH SIEH could be the next chief justice. And so you have to take another opposite view that will pave his way to be the next chief justice. So he got to go the way he went. because he want to buy it. That was something he need to do to gain the favor of the president.
You know, you know, the thing is not about favor. If it's a favor, then
But he could be the next chief justice because you saw his dissenting view to the decision of his colleagues.
Of course, but there shouldn't be favor. There shouldn't be about favor. You know, ascending at the level of the Supreme Court as the chief judge, it doesn't be about the issue of favor. It should be based on your own qualification. It should be based on the job that you do. So I don't think it should be based on favor. So if Judge basically is doing what he's doing because he wants to ascend as the next chief justice, I think it's not very good for him. You know, it's not very good for him.
So in the coming days, you expect to get statements from the Liberal Council of Churches, the civil society, the Islamic organizations, you know, recognizing, like Bishop Kotu Brown said, he looked forward to a clear explanation from the Supreme Court. So you expect others to now come up and call on the executive to enforce the ruling of the Supreme Court?
Yeah. I mean, these people have been saying it. Few of them have been saying, I don't want to say most of them, few of them have been saying it, that the issue should be resolved and the Supreme Court should further make their interpretation clearer. Now the Supreme Court has done that. I think it is incumbent upon them to come up with their own communication, like the President of Liberia did on yesterday.
The President
of Liberia did it yesterday.
Okay.
They made their own position clear. It's not based on their feelings. It's not based on emotion. It was based on the ruling from the Supreme Court, and they make that position clear. So, has the motherboard of press or journalists in Liberia, you know, they have made their position clear, and it is banning or incumbent upon every journalist, you know, to do the needful, because we are the watchdog. Whatever we write or say out there will have an effect on our country. So, like the president did, we are urging everybody. Look, by this time, we should do things like civilize people. By this time, especially the government in power, Israel. This is our experienced government. Look, do you know that President Bouaka took 6 months plus to set up his administration? And when he was asked, why did he take that long? He said, you didn't just want to bring anybody into his government. And I believe that because he took that long to set up his administration, I believe he brought in experts. He brought in people who understand the job. So now it should be about people who understand the job, and it should be about their understanding. It should be about what they bring forward for the Liberian people. So I mean, they are not learners. They are not people who just come in. They are people who have been in the position, and they are experts. You know, they are veterans. Let's do the needful and let us go forward. You know, we are lacking behind many things, and this country needs the best for its citizens.
Okay, Otis, thank you so kindly for thank you for joining us on the show this morning. We look forward to having you sometime, you know, as we continue. All right, so Otis Sankan is my boy. What's with me right here? I'm coming. Let me put this. Sorry. So that's it. I'm going to give you the time. I saw my man Spencer Mohammed sending me text to Israel, but I'm going to give you the time. All of you like this. I'm going to give you the time. The Supreme Court has ruled. People have not asked the executive to enforce the law, the ruling of the Supreme Court. Rachel Kuhn is saying no. He is the legitimate speaker. Others are supporting him. Others are supporting Kofa. Where are we, Liberians? Where are we heading? What is the way forward? Everybody's looking down to the executive to enforce. The ANC political leader, Alexander Cummings, said the executive should enforce the ruling of the Supreme Court. Where are we, Liberians? What have led to our 14 years unrest in our country? Things that have caused so much instability in our country. What is the way forward? I want to afford you the time, but let's listen to DeLongia quickly. Then let me see here. this. Okay. Now, can get this. So I open the telephone lines now, and I just want to open the lines now. You've been hearing everything. Let me just open the telephone lines and give you the time, and then you speak 1 minute each. Everybody say, you know, what? Just tell me. I will create a time. I control the time. Let me start from the female line. Good morning.
This is success. Just calling for up my point.
Okay.
So you know, anything okay in your country, Waka will be here responsible. For you now, you're not seeing the rating on the wall, like you not speak up. Why you forcing yourself? Why you want to damage our country? We don't have anywhere to go. We don't have anywhere to run. So we're begging you, leave that seat alone. They all declare yes, whatever I know that. We're begging you because it not belongs to you. Please leave that seat without anything. Why can't you the hair responsible for everything that happening in our country? If you want to care, you war, yeah, please go free time, go tell me war there. When person we are fighting for peace, you are not there. If they're going to carry on the war for the people are going to kill you because they never knew you that person. We are the know that one person we are disarming.
Okay.
We calling upon the international community. Leave our seat alone. Thank you, Israel.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, please roll your radio. Go ahead.
Yes. We are talking to international community to intervene our place to move the people in the corporate performance. They were clear yesterday, but our clear. The people next people. They leave our city. We don't want no care in our country. We not tell for Bondo. 1990 we saw Bondo were having the day on fire. Me, I was having the day on fire. The folk wrong. Oh my God. Okay, you see like they don't do it. So we don't want God to come back to that place. We call it all international community, United Nations, airports, America. Everybody must start in. We beg you, we say, and we say something they want to over and make sure yesterday they say we go up. Thank you for my support.
Thank you, man. Let's go to the mail line. Good morning.
Yeah, why, BOYE-WEAH?
Yeah, go ahead. Call your name and go ahead. I'm okay.
This is the vote of Sabu Rasta, BOYE-WEAH. I'm joining you from Point 4 this morning to be specific in Zimbabwe.
Okay, my brother.
BOYE-WEAH, let me tell you something. The law is the law. And I don't think yesterday what the Supreme Court did. Let me say, let me appreciate the Supreme Court for what it did. I don't think that the Supreme Court was error yesterday for what it did, because the Supreme Court has the right to tell you that you right and you wrong. So I think what it did yesterday was right. So this is a kudos to President Weah for his past starting, because you know President Weah is a man of peace. So that statement coming from President, I think that the government should adhere to the court ruling, because the court was clear yesterday that you are not the speaker. They are considered laid down to be speaker. If you want to be speaker, you have to obtain the 49. So if you don't have the 49, then you are not the speaker. So the Supreme Court, I think the Supreme Court was not interfering, because the Supreme Court told you that they cannot interfere. They cannot tell you what to do. You know what to do. You know what best for you. The Supreme Court is not telling you. I don't think that the Supreme Court is interfering. So we are looking at how to bother, because our president told that it will not be business as usual.
Okay.
We are watching in. And let me say this quickly. I think one of the Liberal Constitution, it gave all the power, it gave all power to the people. So if the legislature failed to do what they wanted to do, we are the one that elected them. I think that if they fail to adhere to the court ruling, we will compare them to adhere to the court ruling.
Thank you so kind. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Brother Israel. My name is Alvin Dada, and I call from the UN Lab. My brother Israel, let me appreciate this morning for the talking point, and also let me appreciate Almighty God for pumping us in our voice, our voice to be heard. Shaman, what's up? Israel, I think yesterday we said it all. We knew that the Supreme Court was going to respect our integrity and rule in favor of the country. And I'm calling for all embassies within our country here. If they still rule of law that they get in the country, they should respect our rule of law, our Supreme Court, our ruling. They should respect that ruling, not to do business with that man called Rich School. And if Fonatikofa will take by his seat, I'm asking Fonatikofa to remain in that position until the next annual speech of President Donald Yuma Bwaga, where he will be sitting. After that particular speech, then he can conduct a committee so that they can find election, and he will resign. And before he resigns, he should only Mr. Rachel Kuhn, everything he did in a particular House of Representatives, he should be audited. He shouldn't just say, oh, because it happened, so I will resign. No, he should wait until the president honors speech. After that honors speech, then he can think about resigning. That Richard could go through the same more punishment that he go through it.
Okay.
So I'm asking all ambassadors not to business with Richard Kuhn. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, bossy.
Yeah.
At the way of introduction, my name is Prince Duty Terry, commonly called Running Star from Joking. Before President Baka took power, the constitution for him. Who is Eritana Kumin that said the Unity Party couldn't accept it because they are the Unity Party people. But with the Liberian people, we are calling the international community to intervene now. Because when it came from one person, and will not even want for that type of rain to fall in Liberia again. But let them be careful. Joseph Baka does not a club, so that for him to just take it as a club. So that's my warning this man to the president.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, this thing happening, so you know, we're just going to do anything here. Tabaka doing anything here. So we'll talk run away Leo here. But we'll take it easy. God bless all who see the end of this thing here. So no, everybody, every level keep quiet and hold their heart. So we pray. Let's kneel down and Almighty God, let God help us and move up from this trouble. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to Somba on the international line. Somba, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Elder. Good morning, brother. Good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia. Yeah, Israel, my brother, the ruling that the Supreme Court came down with, the explanation that they explained, you know, everybody know in Liberia that our country is governed by the Constitution. So, Richard Kuhn and Allah, President Baka, they like it or not, they will give the power over to the rightful people. They will do the rightful thing. That people who do have to beg them, they will do it. If the people claim that they are peace-loving people of that country and they are the rightful people, they are the rescuer, they will give the power. They will give it. We don't have to be called the international community, the other community. The people who are supposed to interpret that law, if you interpret the law, they tell you which one is legitimate. While la budget pass you that the other one or the pay the other people or not legal people, you almost give the power over first, then we can come to that other one. You give every necessary thing that you're supposed to give. Then before we can discuss that other thing. You understand? So the people will get the power over, my brother.
So who will enforce the law now? Somba, who will enforce this ruling?
That ruling will be enforced by the executive. They will like it or not, they will enforce it. Just sit down, wait. You will see.
Okay.
Push that kind of shot there. When you come to shot, you will see the people. They will give it. They will enforce it.
Okay.
The force.
All
like
right.
it or not, they will
Thank
do
you so kindly there from the Zambia. Let's take another person. Good morning. We'll take another person there from the diaspora. But we'll come back to that line. Let me go to the Lone Star line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Edward. Good morning, Edward.
Go ahead. Call your name and go ahead.
Oh, thank you. No, hey, I want to know what I get you, Clement.
I want everybody to talk, so I won't keep anybody staying long. I know that Puka
no problem. Thank you, Edward. Thank you for the effort and the way you always do for Liberian people. For the recognition, for the public, and Puka Robert. Now I am the vice chair for operation for the National Revolutionary Minority Bloc. We want to tell Mr. Kofa. Mr. Kofa, if we are hearing that you want to resign. It's your right. But if you want to resign, you can resign for your horse as a father for your home. That will be clear because you make yourself a father for your home. Not nobody make you a father for your home. But for the House of Representatives, you was not a speaker on your own. It was the Liberian people that make you the speaker. So you have no authority to resign with all the acquiescence of the Liberian people. So we are telling you to the office that occupy the vice chair for operation the National Revolutionary Minority Bloc. We are telling you, those guys not going to impunity. Those guys not going to impunity, Kofa. Those guys you pay for their gangster behavior.
for that reckless behavior, for that Nicodemus behavior. They should pay. You are foolish. You guys will not save us. You guys for the minority black, if you will not save us, you are not a law abandoned citizen. You know what the country you are going to now? If you guys will not people that can respect the law, you know what the country you are going to now? They talk about resigning, but the cover, you have no authority to resign for the power like for investing.
Okay, thank you so kindly. Thank you. Let's come back to the woman line. Good morning.
Yeah, BOYE-WEAH SIEH.
Yeah.
Good morning, Papa. Yeah, my busy.
Okay, my busy. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yo, thank you. BOYE-WEAH SIEH, yo, thank you. I do say yo, thank you. All the day, yo, thank you. For yesterday, TV, it is that I get all of it. I have a chance to get a cocoa last year. Who thank you? I want to be able to see. The people, you will be all the people fine. You don't take part of me on what goes by here. Yeah. They take you, cool. They sit down for you. You can't enough do more than woman. Enough be enough more than woman law. It's simple. They put it there to say that all the fee. You want to say somebody fee. That's enough for you. You want private? That's the thing go in the bush, go near your farm. The woman again will not satisfy you. We want somebody fee by force. You don't want private. They want they don't tell you say. You know, they're not a speaker. You chose to say your power. They see that for you. They come up for unity party. They are for citizen. They for Labrador. Please. Every day, you have to people here. The case ends. Whatever we have, the one more we have, they never be decided. But get it, that is see.
Okay.
Thank you, Pa.
Thank you, Mama. Good morning.
Good morning, BOYE-WEAH SIEH.
Yeah.
This is the old lady, Error Council. BOYE-WEAH, I want to ask the people, whether they go to school, they learn this. Yes. People talking about education, but then they do it and making posting. They go Ari, I know, Ebon Toy or Waganas. They disgracing people, and I made that the demon in him. Zero demon in a man. I will say he gave up. He opened his legs for my come with destruction. Come with destruction. They one I will come on him. They have a form because we here to every one of us.
Oh, could talk about it. Let's go to the mail line. Yeah, the mail line. Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Emmanuel Instrument Junior. Everyone calling we want to change 20 from 2 months around the country. Let me say thank you for the show this morning. You know, people are some we understand politics and we study politics. Let me say this to President BOYE-WEAH. President BOYE-WEAH, you fight or go for it, but you not make it. And once you not make it in politics, you have to submit to your opponent. So I think the best thing to do is to submit and let the Nigerian people work vote. Because even if Rachel Kuhn refuse, President BOYE-WEAH, Rachel Kuhn leadership will still be useless. Because I believe that the Senate will not work with him. Other people will not work with him. So don't the Supreme Court come up with a final decision. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. We're referring to Parker. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah, this country, well, I mean, what we are talking about, most of us experienced what they call war. From 1989 to 2003. And those children that were born 1989 did not go to school. And this is why we have been thinking about this country or our children. but not that a broker or any other person is above the citizen that elected them. We have some people in the southeast as we speak that even if they're ready, your own gun, if you shoot it, you can't talk. We have people there. We can call them if we want trouble, but we don't want Liberia to be scattered. We don't want our children's future to be mismanaged.
But who will enforce the ruling of the Supreme Court now?
The Supreme Court ruling stands.
Yeah, who will enforce it? That's what I'm saying. I'm asking.
That's the executive.
The executive.
But the executive seems to be blundered.
Okay.
The executive seems to be reluctant in executing their duty. And this is wrong. The president is sleepy. The president knows what he's doing. Just to put this country into chaos. But we don't want it to happen.
Okay. Thank you so kindly. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Mary from State Street.
All right.
They very cool, man. You know, oh, yeah? One thing I know the executive with the force. They force to do what they're supposed to do. The same police they carry to force the office. That the same police we carry to put a team officer. The same police they use to take a job from behind. That the same police. We said in Adokia there. The court will still work. They will go back to the court.
But they are divided though. Some people around Bwaka say Bwaka man do it. Some people say Bwaka man not do it. So the omen is between the seesaw.
But he don't know what good for him. Then he listen to the report and say don't do it. But he knows that he knows better. I can't have somebody to say they get small sense. So he shouldn't bring war in this country because that's going now. Because when they can leave, Kofa una put to a guest and so putting the things offer from the office. Then I mean, so we break in there.
Okay.
We will hold there for.
Oh.
Let them stop it.
Thank you so kindly. Thank you so kindly, man. Thank you. Let's take one more there. Good morning. Hello?
Good morning.
No, down your line that with me now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hello, morning, bossy.
I'm okay.
My name is Anita K. I got for this 16. Oh, see, I want for you to please help me with my two children.
You call tomorrow, yeah? You want me to toilet money? Oh God. Good morning. Too bad. Listen, I don't understand many of you. I just don't. My sister called tomorrow, yeah? The lady I'm talking about children called tomorrow. I don't understand you. You won't call on the radio. You can't you can't move from side. You forced to hear yourself. You know how many people call on the line, they can't go through and you are privileged to call, you go through. Move from around the radio. Get serious, man. I gave you the opportunity to call. I mean, you just start abusing it. Let me go to the international line. Good morning.
Israel, BOYE-WEAH SIEH.
Yeah, good morning, Eddie.
Good morning, my dear brother.
Yeah.
Look, Israel, I don't think they will honor that Supreme Court ruling, brother.
Who?
I don't think the government will honor that Supreme Court ruling.
Huh?
I don't think so. You know. But what will happen, Israel, what will happen? Baka will have a division in the government. Some people will agree that they should recognize Kofa, and some people will say no. Because you can't go out to the Supreme Court again. For what?
Yeah, you can't go there again.
Some people will tell you, you can't go there again. Some people will tell you what to do. You know. And these are the people that campaign that George Weah is breaking the law. You know, they campaign that George Weah is breaking the law. Why are they breaking the law? You know, that question was to be asking them. You see more out of them flying all around. And when things happen, I see so many lawmakers talking about when every election dispute, you will go to the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
And you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When election dispute, you run to the Supreme Court. But when the Supreme Court get a ruling after you have been seated, you say no, that's separation of power.
Yeah. But when you go there, you can say that separation of power.
You see, yeah, you see. Yeah. So Supreme Court shouldn't interfere. That constitution matter. Because even the legislature was created based upon the constitution.
Mm-hmm.
The three branches, in the constitution, right? The three branches of government.
It's there.
So, not to say that you are created outside the constitution. You see it? They just give the ruling. The level you don't go by whether the executive will enforce it or not. But I don't think so.
But Ebi,
those guys are going in deep.
Ebi, what I heard from DeLong, because he's from the Senate, even though he supported Baka, he said they recognize Speaker Kofa and the Senate is going to take decision on that. If that happens, that could break down the entire government and things could just to go bad.
I listened to that thing yesterday. I was shocked. Here, my gate came from inside. They were together when they generally asked him. He said the Supreme Court said Kofa is a legitimate speaker and the Senate going to make decisions on it. If the Senate say we are working with Kofa, you know what will happen in that country, brother? You know what will happen? Everything will break down.
Everything will break down.
So, what I need to be very fast now to call, hey, the Supreme Court say Kofa is the speaker. What all your did to removing him, the person that lead to removing him, it was not properly done. You go back and get it 49 or 50. The very first day he got launched the coup failed on that very first day. But it was just Adama. They thought that what happened to Eric Snow and Eric Starter, it was going to happen, and Kofa will resign. No, you can't do it to people all the you can't do it. Not everybody will do that type of thing too. And I'm gonna commend those guys that stood with Kofa, those lawmakers. It's like these guys are the real hero. And Kofa himself. You know what I mean? 6 months, you're not getting paid. Your staffer. So the guys are the real hero.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you, Israel.
Thank you so kindly. We thank you so kindly. Let's come back to the different lines. I will go to the main line. Good morning.
Good morning, BOYE-WEAH SIEH.
Yeah.
This is David D. Farney from Cotton Tree.
David, go ahead.
I want to appreciate my cry that my sister that I don't know from nowhere came to. Meaning did well for me until I don't know how to appreciate call for her. She was able to send to 125 hours to you. And I received it yesterday. May God bless her.
Amen.
May God continue to strengthen each and every one that are pushing towards grief.
Amen.
Let God continue to extend you to another level.
Thank God for you, my brother.
To another point. You know what my brother just said? I look out there with now agree of the ruling. I believe it. But the only thing the president need to do, you need to think fast. You need to think fast.
But the guys that are running, the minute around the president, someone say, Papi might do it, some people say, Papi might not do it. The Papi confused.
Yeah, but the Papi, they all confusing the Papi to continue stealing. They're confusing the woman to continue stealing. And they forget to know tomorrow in the one that children, they are grandchildren. Because they aren't thinking about them.
Okay.
Look how they already rich. I'm brother, I want to get you off and let someone take the law. Let God be yours.
Thank you, Vanny. Thank you. I saw yesterday. He's here. They're phone away again. Good morning. Are you in that county land? Good morning. Morning. Who on the line there? Good morning.
Daddy.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
No, this is not your line. Their line for the women then. And I call the main line that's 077-223-9933.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
The line, so Jimmy, you want to take the other one, and you can get chance. I want everybody to talk. Then. Okay, I'll come back to this line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Israel. I come here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Fanny Kiadi. 1 million we are saying follower of Abraham Gosling William. Thank you for your topic on our discussion, brother Israel. But is that, let me tell you, like my brother was saying from the diaspora, the people there will not accept that ruling. If only the government wanted to accept that ruling, but now, as we speaking, President Bwaka is supposed to install all the police people there from behind Rechekun, but they will not do it. The people there, they are violator. They not obey the law. So, as people want, got to take a course. Because the people there are not willing to accept that ruling. You see, that these are the people that they are violating this country. They are carrying the country behind today. The kind of people that will elect them, they came to power and came to destroy the nation. The man said he was there with the devil, and he said it, and it's happening here today. They're not willing to accept anything. They will destroy the nation, but we will not agree on that. We will stand together. The law is the law.
Okay, the law is the law. Thank you. Good morning. Hello?
Yeah, morning, bro.
Yeah, go ahead. Gotta be audible.
Yeah, I'm William calling from Dwazon.
Okay, William.
I just called to say this. I've never called on the show before, but I'm just listening to you in the studio there in the callers.
Okay.
But those guys you see, they call Rechekun and those water and sewer bosses and other things who say that they shouldn't happen, they should happen. Those people got buildings, decent buildings in this country. They all got families in the country. And we all saw what they call water get past. And for me, I'm speaking of those people, we know all the loose holes that they can use to escape. We know what all they do to take their families here to escape from out of the country. This time around, it is not going to happen. We're sitting watching those people. We're looking at them. Rechekun, we know all the buildings that are important. All the Google sculptures are in that from the seeing government money and enjoying your family, enjoying. We know where all they are located. So we're waiting for the people. Let it cause chaos. Let it just cause problems. And I want for them to listen to the chief of staff of the Republic of Liberia to listen, the police director to listen. If they can be able to stop everybody or only they know about guns in the country, they will tell us for that day whenever anything happens. But we're sitting, we're watching, we want to see any mess taking place. Then you always got to know.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
I'm just calling from Boundary, Georgia. I'm talking able to get party. You see, the some people are already ruled. And if the majority block of Rechekun is the representative of my law, if you refuse it, the power is invested in the people. The people can get to Rechekun and enforce.
Are you there? Okay, so I'll stay at the code for those of you playing your cash game. We start 79 and star. Okay. Star 79 and star 100 hash. Star 7, but I can't talk about that. You all do the red time, not talk. If you're supposed to do your part and leave it, but you want me, we can't call you. A different crew mail. Star 79 and star 100 hash is the code. You want me to bargain with you? Do the thing orderly. I'll do it the way you want to do it. I don't care about whoever feelings. Star 79 and star 100 hash is the code you can use. And then you play with $200, $10,000. And then you walk away. Star 79 and star 100 hash. You're not doing the red thing. You can't tell me nonsense. Good morning.
Morning, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got calling here. I got talking.
Yeah, go ahead, Agata.
Good morning.
I'm okay.
You see, I was talking to Israel, taking time with it, you know. Now, everybody, anytime we get food show up, therefore, my children, I'm tired with it, you know. We listen to the show, listen to what you're talking. So we can give our info or our impact in it. And that's what let me call in. They don't know that they are searching for them. You think we get children to be calling because of our children to so we don't get food problems. No, that's why my children,
no, I got that. Just go ahead. Just discuss. No,
we're gonna show you now.
No. Don't do that, brother. Don't do that. I run the show. I'm not do it. I'm not spoil the whole French team, man. I'm not do it. I run the show. Whoever call, it is me. Just leave it. It's not of you. Anybody call on the show and say what they want to say, they are challenging the problem. It's left with me. You know, nobody decide the show. And I'm running the show. And I'm allowed to be calling and be asking for assistance, and people are blessing them. So let it be. You know, when you call, you want to do your discussion. Get to the topic. Just leave it. I told the sister already to call tomorrow, so that should not be an issue. That should not be an issue. I got that. Let respect each other, and you respect me. Yeah, let me be serious about it. Good morning. Let respect me. When I get there, you're not like it. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, BOYE-WEAH SIEH.
Yeah, go ahead.
There is Asikuma law calling from Father Somali Direction. Yeah, BOYE-WEAH SIEH, the Supreme Court are already interpreting the law to us. We the Liberian citizen. The country now for United Party. A Richard Coon see that the country is for a force to be speaker. No, we use Article 1. We can gather the Richard Coon house to that Capitol building.
Oh, I see, go, my lord. You sleep off. Good morning. I go to the women line. Good morning.
Good morning, BOYE-WEAH SIEH.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Go ahead.
Mr. Fanoko.
Yeah.
And brother, God, make it possible for us to see this day. We tell God, thank you for life this morning. Let me say thanks to all those BOYE-WEAH SIEH that stood by the rule of law. Let me say thanks to them. And the court has spoken that is all in the war, in this country, that are one of them, that have the final say. You understand? So many people are talking on Facebook, people that are talking about, oh, the XYZ will do, they will do that. No, you can't do that. You saw the Supreme Court. Because like the only people who are now, that's why Supreme Court is like the right thing. You can't do that. Even when the court was ruling, you got your law, but the court telling you that is the lawyer is the law. You can't violate the law. Go back and do the right thing. That means something the Supreme Court. Call for something the whole land. Court, you say it's wrong. And we say this to the Supreme Court. That man, they saying about the Supreme Court and the talking, but they will not get nobody power, and they will not remove them from there. So they're getting backwards from what Joe Baka. I'm telling you something. They're getting backing from Joe Baka. If we don't get it backing, they will not come and say, oh, we will not give power, we will not remove from there. Only thing I'm going, all the people that we listen today, they say letter of Facebook. All going on. If I'm Joe Baka, I want to tell you. So if Joe Baka will come and tell the person, oh, what happened, this and that, back up people are gone. You'll get it made, get it made, okay, it will not work. Now watch and see, watch your show. But say to the Supreme Court, telling you for 10 to 2. As you know, for or me in the mosque, or character in the mosque, you want to say, oh, let the law be the law. So I want to say thanks to them and thanks to the people that stood by the rule of law. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So, we are grateful for what had happened at the court. Yesterday, it was a celebration for Liberia and the law. And I think there's a precedent case. And what we are seeing and what we are hearing, if it is true that those guys are planning not to honor the court ruling, my fear is another thing is in the making. Those of you who are close to those people, please, don't tell them, let them honor the law. Because tomorrow, if a common man violates any law, and when the people say they are going to apprehend that man because according to the law, other people will not accept it because those who are making the law are breaking the law and they are not honoring the law. This place is not a jungle justice country where people can do any other thing and don't honor it. Most especially people who we thought they are well learned. Why is it when it comes to the interpretation of the law, they say the other way? Can you imagine a justice minister interpreting Supreme Court? This country, we love this country. We don't want to be into another running around here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you so kindly. Those of you following online, are you not hearing me? Are you hearing me? Because Rudolph Dennis said no sound. I'm alive. Are you hearing me? Those of you following, Janja are coming. I will take your calls. Let me know from those following, watching live on Facebook and YouTube. Are you getting me? Am I clearer? Are you hearing the colors? Someone said there is no sound, so let me know quickly. Let me know quickly from you if you are hearing me or you're not hearing me. Please be fast and let me know. Let me take the female line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, BOYE-WEAH SIEH.
Yeah.
BOYE-WEAH SIEH, they quote Rudy yesterday. But all the things here, the key, they do key in Boaka hand. That Boaka get like key. When Boaka open it, Rachel will get osa. Because all the things Rachel doing, when Boaka will go in Ghana, where Boaka tell Rachel he's doing so. Because Rachel, he now do me, he now for that people will tell you say the thing that you doing is not right. That how it's supposed to be. For the sake of the country, he say he not agree. He who that he can say what the post really he say he not agree. He wanted he not know the law. So what Boaka tell Rachel to do that they want Rachel doing?
Okay.
So that Boaka they want because they can't Rachel get that Boaka can hear. The police are behind Rachel today. That Boaka can la police. So when Boaka come, Boaka say that police and come for Rachel was stuck off. He will come to himself. He will know that you have to go by the rule. The rule of the people is over it.
Okay.
So he can't tell me say he will do his own thing. Who?
Thank you. I think I'm clear. I'm getting feedback that I'm clear. Good morning.
Good morning, BOYE-WEAH SIEH. Comment c'est les siens?
Yeah.
Yes. Mayamu Dugwe, comment alors? I see Mama calling from Haitan Chiplatan.
Okay.
BOYE-WEAH SIEH, the law is the law. Nobody above the law. Even those lawmakers are trying to deny the law. We the citizens, we can go against them because we the citizens, we put them in power. So they can say they more than the law. So if they say they more than the law can take a course and we the citizens can go against them, we put them out. Then you go with your law, then we take our vote and vote who can understand the law. Oh yes. That's it. So if you can respect the law, we take our vote and you carry your violence and we vote who can understand the law.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm okay, Chief.
Yeah, let me see the kick, man. My name is Lady Kuma, calling from Morris Farm. Opposite Cola Factory, Mozzarella Camping.
Okay.
You see, my brother, I don't know what's going to happen in this country. Everything that's going in this country concerning the speaker removal, Joseph Barker is causing everything. He said, you don't want to get a gap in his hand. So for you to tell they got to move a hand for this speaker, but why they will die? And they forgot that they're the one in the driver's seat. They control in their hand. So you get the answer, we don't blame. So Richard Kuhn, please, they could not belong to your one. They could not belong to all Liberians. We're all Liberians. Leave the thing alone for peace sake. It happened before. On a poor level, why you can't leave it? So because of party man, some man, you know, Lord, I want to today you shame. Tell my brother, you can even leave out and because represent respect you. But at the way you want, when push comes to shove, your family will not survive for other aid. The people don't know where you live. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Okay, thank you. I see 1 year from the representative Nathan Bride, Raw Island, declares, he said, enough is enough. A bold call to action for Liberia's future following the Supreme Court's landmark ruling. Right, I'll check this out. Now, I read a portion of it. Good morning.
Mr. SIEH, good morning.
Morning.
This is Boma William James Macabula Shah this morning.
Okay.
Mr. SIEH, let me say thank you for the discussion this morning. Mr. SIEH, let me say thanks to the Supreme Court yesterday for that ruling and that what we expected from them yesterday and that what the whole world expected from them yesterday. Mr. SIEH, the burning of this country, if this country will be peaceful, if this country will be developed, if this country will move forward, it lies in the hands of the president now, which is the executive. It lies in the hands of the executive. If the president means well for this country, I think he will see reason in working with Konati Kofa. But if the president want to mount a regime speaker because who said that he the regime speaker for them to work with him, then I think he don't want for the country to move forward.
Okay.
Because the people have already said it, and we all we waiting to see what the president will do in this case. The president got a whole lot of advisors. Our the president now, the information minister by now, I will dismiss him for lying to me and for lying to the country. He is one of the person that put in this mess that we into. We run it all around today now talking on radio station there. He the one. Why even lie to the president say what is some people say the man even do business with the majority black. That man is one of the best liars in this country. Thank you for the time, my brother.
Thank you so kindly. So let me read shortly this one from the representative, Raw Island Representative Nathan BOYE-WEAH. The United States of America House of Representatives declares enough is enough. A bold call to action for Liberia's future following the Supreme Court's landmark ruling. My fellow Liberians, today I come to you with a sense of concern and optimism for the future of our beloved country. The Supreme Court, the highest arbiter of justice in our land, has spoken. And as a nation that believes in the rule of law, we must all, on both sides, respect and accept this decision. It is time to move forward. It is time to heal. It is time to put aside our differences and do the work the Liberian people elected you to do. To my fellow lawmakers, my brothers and sisters in leadership, let us take a long, honest look at ourselves. At what point do we stop putting politics first and start putting our people first? Every day, our citizens are struggling. There is no reliable health care. Mental health is neglected. Our educational system is failing to prepare the next generation. Decent housing is out of reach for too many families. The roads are broken and unsafe, and our infrastructure is in shambles. Communities are cut off. Development is slow, and hope is fading in places where it should be rising. The basic quality of life in our country, the land we loved, is far from what our people deserved. We cannot continue like this. We must do better. We were not elected to fight each other. You were elected to fight for our people. They are tired. They are waiting, and they are watching. And it is not only the people of Liberia who are watching. The United States of America is watching. The European Union is watching. And the entire international community is watching. They are watching to see if we will put the Liberian people first. They are watching to see if we can rise above partisanship and stand for progress. And they are watching to see whether their leaders will choose service over self. Let this movement be a turning point. Let it be the day we say enough is enough. We will lead with compassion. We will govern with purpose, and we will serve with humanity. The people of Liberia deserve more than promises. They deserve action. They deserve leadership rooted in the love for country, not love for power. May God bless the Supreme Court of Liberia. May God bless our lawmakers with wisdom, and may God bless the Republic of Liberia. Thank you, Representative Nathan BOYE-WEAH, Raw Island, United States of America, House of Representatives. So he has written, not from our house, from the U.S. Let's take the calls. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Israel. BOYE-WEAH SIEH.
Yeah.
Thank you, God, Israel. Firstly, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from my purple corner, down Coast Spoon Hill, White Side community. Thank you, Israel. This time, I would like to take this time to do a special treat for you, Israel BOYE-WEAH SIEH. God and William, kind only was kind, and wisdom bloody. I want to give you people special honor for always the most inner information. My salute to all of you. To the point, Israel, the last time I checked, the Supreme Court that today, Dr. Sophia nominated was at the LRA. It was the Supreme Court that stopped it. Dr. Weah nominated Musa Bing to go and to go to the bench of the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
It was this thing Supreme Court that denied him. How come Supreme Court has spoken and the court of court representative written Nangbeku is next Israel. Thank you, Papa FM. Thank you, Freedom FM. Thank you, Abraham Godson. We always give you the opportunity to make our voice heard.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so kindly, Spencer Mohammed. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, AB.
Yeah, Israel.
Israel. This is Baba Fanta Sharif calling from the heart of District 11, Banassi Junction to be precise.
Okay, Chief.
And I called this morning to make my part of contribution. And actually, we, the people of District 11, we elected Rachel Kuhn to go and represent us out there and not to bring what he's doing now to us. You know, our district is one of the most underdeveloped districts in the history of Liberia. Looking at what's going on now in the district, there's a guy they call, there's a Nigerian guy they call, what his name is, I don't know, they say he signed a contract with Madam Sharif back then, that any farm that is available, they can come and develop that farm. But putting back, or the guy name is Abacha, putting back into the swamp that Banassi Junction right here is going to cause serious problem for us coming this rainy season. So we are trying to talk to him so we can see how best.
Talk to him.
Trying to carry on.
Hello, are you discussing the issue or you on different one? Which one? What I'm discussing? Yeah. What I'm discussing, you living there, you are talking different thing.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Good morning.
Morning, Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to those who are following the broadcast. My name is Hussein. I'm Hussein Kewu. I call from district number 2 from Jacobstown. I followed the conversation, so I first want to appreciate the Supreme Court for such a clear ruling on yesterday. Like we have said continuously that the both sides should respect the rule of law, which of course the Constitution was clearly interpreted to the Liberian people in the simplest thing. But I don't want people saying a particular side have won. No, that we have won and the constitutions have been interpreted more clearer. And I also want to say thanks to the president for creating a space of independence, no interference with the ruling of the Supreme Court. I think our democracy have gone over the period.
So what do you expect of the president now, Hussein? Now that the Supreme Court has ruled, and who is supposed to enforce the ruling? And what you could say to that?
Yes, so the president has received the ruling, which of course all of his advisors, the political advisors, the legal advisors, will be advising the president on the next thing.
What do you have to say, Hussein, I'm talking about legal advisor? What do you have to say now that you recognize the Supreme Court decision and you think the country have won, not an individual, which I support? What can you say to the president?
I'm not the president.
No, you're not the president. You are a UP man. I say, why Hussein? My man Hussein, but stop pretending. You my man. You the party man. For you to call here, nobody will stop you. Anytime you call here, you free. I will always protect you. That's saying to you, Hussein, what do you have to say to the executive now that the Supreme Court has ruled and this executive is supposed to enforce the ruling? What do you have to say to your president, our president?
Yeah, fine. So the advisors, the different advisors will advise the president.
No, leave the advisors. I say Hussein, not the advisor. What do you have to say, Hussein? Then you take the advisor.
The president will respect the ruling and he will live in accordance with the law. No violations. That's why he didn't interfere. So the president will respect the rule of law.
What do you expect him to do, Hussein? He will live by the law. What do you want him to do now?
Do the needful. Yeah, so do the needful. And why is the needful?
What is the needful? What is the needful?
But we are there this continuously.
No, my man. Hey, man, Hussein, my man, you are Hussein. Hussein, my man. Hussein, my man. You my man. I respect you. I will always keep you on this platform because it make it look decent. It show independence. And what I'm saying, Hussein, Joseph Baga, the president has his own legal advisor. Granted, Hussein is somebody who speaks for the United Party. And I respect that, and I will always respect
that. I speak for the
president.
People.
No, you speak for Joe Baga. The president, the Supreme Court has ruled. The executive enforce the law. So what do you expect? What do you want Jota Baka to do now? Send the Supreme Court as rule. He is the executive. Then you just
So
watching.
the president respect the ruling, and the law will be the law.
Oh, one law. Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you so much. BOYE-WEAH, thank you so much. I remain Peter Macaulay, civilized pastor and a joy for the Georgia District number 9 of the country. You know, Israel sometimes wonder people that some of us want to be role model to in future, but the way they proceed, it can make them more, you know, inferior. What I think on the President Walker, for the 2 or 40 year working experience, he brought men on board to work. Meaning, the men have the same experience. Like the Justice Minister also 12. After the Supreme Court on December 4th, when they gave the point coronavirus, Rudy, he came on and interpreted the people law different ways. And in fact, Rachel Kuhn wrote the executive to make sure that all of the security and immunity around the speaker with the Kokoba will be withdrawn. And indeed, that's the Bagasso. And they were implemented. But today, President Walker is writing the photo yesterday because Nico up to now, the president said keep or silent. Up to now, President Walker don't know that anything had a profound setting. So we care in the country where the Supreme Court are always they are always focused. The law is the law. I believe that so I would say they have 40-year experience in government. He found himself as a president of the Senate for 12 good years. Up to now, the public says keep quiet. Then I don't think what people portray for he to be is diabolical lie. Up to now, the public don't speak yet to say, oh, we're just cool. Please change that of the over. You know what? The aftermath, after World War II, we in the country know what will be the aftermath. The Constitution Article number 1. The power is inherited in the people. And the people like me, that you and others.
Okay.
We will take the street. So I just want to send a caveat to President Walker. Be warned. You listen to the former President George Manuel we are yesterday when he posted on Facebook, and he said, peace will reign in this country. Yesterday, President, we have allowed 17,000 votes. One election commission has not for now. On the victory for a particular person.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, BOYE-WEAH SIEH.
Yeah.
This is my CC again. We beg you that your friend will say he will not agree with you. The court has spoken. You ask him a question, he can't answer to it. You will not say nothing. About the court, nothing will say. You ask him that a question, he can't laughing. Because God will not speak to you. You ask him what God is going to say. So it's the law. You ask him just before you say about you guy in Bass, I know a pastor.
Yeah.
What is a pastor yet? You know, if God says the court will speak and you enforce it. But you don't do that. Then you come with a not saying about SYZ. You will not agree. Okay. Yes, so thank you for giving you all the knowledge show. It's a person every time on the show. And then you can't say I will come for him. He lands the people that you call me and he answers saying no come, he can't for me. Liar will say, we can never agree. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so kindly. You love me. Talk about it on Kings 88.5 077 223 9933 0886304497 or the women line 0777980 I'll read some of the comments, but let me read this one from Gertrude J.D. Williams. She said, a statement of gratitude, support, and hope. As a concerned citizen of this beloved nation, I rise to commend the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia for its recent ruling, a ruling that reaffirms the strength of our Constitution and the independence of our judiciary. In the movements of tension, it is the voice of the law that must guard our nation forward and the court has spoken with clarity and courage. I also want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to Honorable Honorable Speaker J. Fonanti Kofa for the calm and responsible leadership he has shown. His willingness to uphold constitutional principles, even at great personal cost, is a mark of true patriotism and love for country. Finally, I join other citizens in respectfully urging President Joseph BOYE-WEAH to uphold the Supreme Court's decision in full. As our leader and the guardians of our nation's laws, his example at this time is crucial for peace, stability, and the preservation of democratic governance. Let us all remember, Liberia belongs to all of us, and it is only when we uphold truth, justice, and unity that we can truly move forward. May God bless our leaders, our institutions, and this republic we all call home. Get through J.D. Williams, right? Talk about it on Kings 88.5. I will read your comment. Yes, I will read your comment. Keep playing the cash giveaway *799 and *100 #. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, okay. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm nice. Thank you, man. But all the things all the sacrifices you're making, you see me. Yeah. But you will continue to do it because it's what you stand up for, and we'll always pray God to give you strength. Look, let me tell you, the Supreme Court ruled yesterday, and the ruling, it was clear. And Joseph Brecker came in yesterday. You were there, you heard it, you knew everything that want to happen for EVA happened yesterday. And Joseph Brecker would not do anything.
You think so?
I tell you. No, I'm very sure he will not do anything. Because this is the working of Joseph Brecker. It's not the working of Kuhn. It's not the working of Richard Kuhn. It's the working of Joseph Brecker. Everything that Richard Kuhn is doing, he's just doing it for Boyce. But at the pleasure of Brecker. Yeah? Brecker sent the farmer minister to work with Richard School. Brecker sent the budget to Richard School. Brecker is doing everything. He sent Richard School say your take the enough from the office. And I will assign security forces to you. After now, security details are still there. You know, we're doing the security details. And the advisors, how to call it, Bujime, Keita, this other guy from the former Justice and Peace Commission, all the guys are the one that misleading the government. Because when they tell Brecker to listen to it, he agreed. So nobody must rule out Brecker from this thing.
So you think Brecker will not do nothing? That's what you mean?
Absolutely. Brecker will not do anything. The only thing that will push this government is the international community.
Okay.
Because the international community has not come in yet. Because they expect the country to go by the rule of law. And the rule of law is something we help by the executive to enforce it. But you see the wrath.
Yeah, but I just read a statement from one of the representatives from the U.S. Congress, House of Representatives. I just
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm the Solomon, and I call Grandkip.
Okay, how's Grandkip on this morning?
Yeah, we are very good on this happen.
Okay.
Let me first of all appreciate the Supreme Court ruling, and let me make it clear to Reggie Nangweku. We know where his properties are. If I was the president of the Republic of Liberia by this time, or that was a justice minister, he would be fire his vote for misinterpreting the law and broke in this country. In so doing, let me warn Mr. Queen that from all of the business we know will start from the whole level. So he's not the only person in Liberia. We are all Liberians. And we entitled to the country. This country is the country where it can be put up from. So he should respect himself back, obey the rules of the land. Leverage and party close this leave our office with immediate effect. If you see the matter, we move on to him. And for one of the constitution. Thank you for that.
Thank you so kindly, my brother. Thank you. Good morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. The same thing Lele was saying before they may repeat, the same thing I'm trying to say. Some are always suffer for CDC, and they will not make us to feel bad. John, we are saying about God. They just waste the time. They could go say that because he's still looking at when you draw Babu in the night. John, we are one neighbor God. Only by the father John, we are always can go against the person. And he came to rescue Liberia. They never wait for the other states here to finish. They taking them with push. And Joseph Walker forgot to know, since he get in power, no respect for him, no regard for him. Children are causing him. Everywhere he passed are lost. So tell them that they sit down. Go on your turn. Leave for Nikofa alone. They may learn, they may educate more than you, they may bless more than you. So you're really our party sing alone. You're leave our family alone. We are family, our family. You're leading alone, our God standing. So thank you.
Thank you so kindly. Thank you so kindly. Talk about it on Kings 88.5. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
This is Apostle Blambo calling from Yukuta.
Okay.
On the issue, on the discussion. I bless God for Darius Taylor, who one of the one that talked about the rescue team, who came out yesterday that the ruling of the Supreme Court it was accepted. So is Darius Taylor, who is one of the critical voices in our nation, he can come up with people respect. I believe they will do something in the upper house. Because if the upper house does not support Richard Kuhn, I believe that Richard Kuhn's power will be reduced. So that look up to the Supreme Court. That look up to the Senate as they will gather again and to see whether Richard Kuhn has a power. Because the Supreme Court already spoken yesterday. And it is not about Funati, Kofatis is about Liberia. That Liberia have won. And so I believe that when the Senate does not support him, Kung will come down. So that's up to the Supreme, that's up to the Senate.
But at the Senate, I thought the executive is supposed to enforce the law.
I understand. The executive is there to enforce it.
Yeah.
But we all agree. The Senate supported before the budget passed.
But it's possible that all the senators might not agree to say that they support the Supreme Court ruling.
Yeah, that is true. Everybody has a view. Okay, everybody has a view. But I believe that those that will agree will be more than those who say no.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so kindly. Thank you. Let's go to the women line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Asia.
Yeah.
My name is Yashua. We are the former president of BOYE-WEAH SIEH. I'm calling from West Point this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, Asia, I want to thank you for the show this morning. You know, I enjoyed the Supreme Court ruling yesterday. The people, they will get talk and they start talking. The politician would not be expected to say the Supreme Court finished passing that rule as Darrell Dillon, what he is looking for. But if the people say he can't whereby the rule of law, then he live and let go back to his body. Because I want to go back, he live and let go of his body. So he say he can't accept it. But if he can't accept it, why will he accept it? So thank you.
Thank you so kindly. Thank you there. Thank you. Let's go back here. Good morning. Good morning. Are you there? Okay. I'll go to the Lone Star line. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Is that?
Yeah.
My son is my name. This morning I joined you from Ghana yesterday.
All right.
You know, Israel, what I have to say this morning is about breaking Mr. Justin Mabaka of The law is the law. It is very clear. The Constitution is the fundamental law of the state. And the Supreme Court is the higher decision-making body of the nation. So what I have to say in this matter, and when you go to Article 9, it clearly says that all power is inherent in the people. In Article 2, clearly says that the Constitution of the people and the America is the one fundamental law of the state. And each provision shall have absolute power or authority. Not say authority. So when people work out in the town, like it or not, the ruling for the not getting a year. If they pray to a year to that, they will be on the record. That will be the end to this regime. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. Good morning.
Good morning, BOYE-WEAH SIEH.
Yeah.
This is my defender. BOYE-WEAH SIEH, I want to tell you thank you this morning for the show. And I want to tell the Supreme Court, I want to tell thank you. I want to thank you for ruling for that period. That law has won. BOYE-WEAH SIEH are listening to all the callers this morning. Their majority rated Nabekun for District 11. Those representatives are supporting and rated Nabekun for different districts. Don't SCDC. We continue to live in a country here, the people use us. Why we have the power, the Constitution gave us the power. Even the Joseph Bakame, that the state voted into power. That we voted the people to power. So a Nabekun say he will not agree to the Supreme Court ruling. Okay, the Supreme Court rule, they will not agree to A. So then the Supreme Court rule, they will not agree to A. That woman, the chief just say, Supreme Court rule, they will do. Supreme Court rule, they will not. I really don't like it.
Oh, line is cracking. Good morning. Oh, this line is bursting. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
BOYE-WEAH SIEH, good morning.
Morning.
I'm Towa Davis, calling from District 11. I got a message for Nabekun. Nabekun, Labrador does not belong to you alone. We the surveillance have the power over you. If you respect yourself as a citizen of this country, relocate yourself and turn that office over now to J. Funatin Kufa or else. Small thing is better than big one. Stop what you are doing. Stop what you are doing. Stop what you are doing. I see you.
Thank you so kindly. Strong one. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm George Joe speaking from Grand Creek County. Wild Chicken, district number 2.
Okay.
Hello?
Go ahead, Chief, you live.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank the Honorable Supreme Court for the good ruling they made in the field of Liberians, made in the field of the Constitution. What I want to say, we are asking the Honorable Executive President to speak reason in order to make sure. Hello?
Yeah, you are live. Go ahead. We're hearing you.
Yeah. In order to make sure and work in line with the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Because what the Supreme Court, there are 3 branches of government, and one is to make law and one is to interpret. The Supreme Court has interpreted the law and is left with the Honorable Executive Branch to enforce it. So we want the law to be enforced by the Honorable President. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. Good morning.
Good morning, God is here.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
Let God bless Freedom Radio and bless Case Heaven.
Amen.
Because yesterday we spoke on that people should do the right thing. But we did not do it. We suffered and they did it yesterday. So when Richard Naweku, he did not for his in a chair by himself. President Wakana for his in a chair by himself. We are citizens with tired listening to 18 years. 6 months ago. So when Wakana bar the law, I said it yesterday. If we're not able to take care of the country, let him move over us. We tired. One thing over and over. So we're gonna get power on it. He the Richard could not get power. So when they not listen to the Supreme Court rule, we the citizen when we rise, what I will get from in our chair here at Richard Coon. Period. Thank you.
Thank you there. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother.
Morning.
This is Mr. David from District 1, Margibi County, to be precise, Boston.
All right.
My dear brother, if God or someone I want to talk to, I could ask God for only 2 things for Liberians. He didn't kill all the Liberians from this country and create another generation. Then the next thing I will ask God for, to get a military leader who will arrest the president, be whosoever will come to power. To get arrest the president, put the president in their own living room, not to kill the president. And turn the country from democratic government to at least to strong government, because the democracy is damaging the country. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Democracy, when you read this thing, if you look at Burkina Faso president now, there's 37-year-old guy out there. That's how I want for Liberian to be. All the leader, all the military leader, the world will give to Liberian. They have of like young men in Burkina Faso. If you follow like young men in the interest of the citizen, that's how I want to be. They think they call democracy in the country, damaging the country gradually. Every day I pray. Every day I pray that politics. Nothing else they will think of official politics. No group of people say, no put ourselves together and go open farm. No group of, look at the thing that they foreigners take it from the country. We will survive by them. The Lebanese, the Indian, the people. It's going to throw nothing Liberia, doing that politics Liberia is all. We let that go get everybody from the country and nothing sense, nothing we can hear. If I will go, I want to talk to directly.
Okay, that why you go. Good morning.
Good morning, big brother.
Yeah, morning, yeah.
Good morning.
I'm okay.
You know, I thank God that the dignity of the country, the Supreme Court have restored it back. We the citizens, the people. Respect for every expecting Joseph Waka to have the same respect for the Constitution because he went on an oath. He took oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. The Supreme Court have followed it and make it clear that Richard Coon is a representative. But he is a speaker. Fanatic J for the Council of Fanatic J over if it's core of the country. We pray that we expecting that the executive council will release immediately and withdraw the security from the Richard Coon. And everything that was taken for fanatic over should be by. Let the government start about work.
Okay.
Let it start about work.
All right.
We pray that the government should do the needful, and we are starting Joseph Waka to sue that now. And not even 2-3 days get to the summer. Because when Richard Coon go back down with the car, with everything, they went and bought that place. Our son will go there and to remove the car for him because I want money. Money.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah, this is Edmond Carr, the usually in that are keeping this unprepared president into the fire to deliver. And when we refer to it as unprepared president, other people want to have problem with it. It is a president that is prepared. It is a president that has agenda. He came to the presidency to deliver for the Liberian people. No. Maybe about serious man president, we could not even be here at this time. 5-6 months. to stagnate your government? What kind of investment do you bring into the country when the legislature are not together? How do they push their issue through? So here we are. And we say thanks to the Supreme Court, and we trusted them because listening at the hearing and the very action that they took previously, we knew that they were not going to go against the Constitution. It's not for nothing. For nothing against standing, you know. But it's the law. Because when we were in sixth grade, they told us the Supreme Court interpret the law. Executive enforce. Legislature make the law.
Yeah.
So they just exercise for their function yesterday by clearly interpreting what it means, you know, to have a speaker that was elected, you know, and then to have a speaker that put his lesson up to take off. No, they clearly defined it yesterday. How come now? There are ministers and managing directors in government are not going after Supreme Court. Then the president is still marinating in Ghana and saying nothing. You can be anywhere. Once you are the president, you have your lieutenant in country. You can be anywhere and take decision on people. But you have human beings like Mo Ali. Even when more people that people should have some regard for. See the way he refers to Supreme Court ruling. That Supreme Court is even more confused than the public. Where are we, man? So the only way you can maintain and succeed your salary at the expense of the Liberian people is to plunge the country into mess, into anarchy? No. So now Supreme Court has done her part in the life of the Liberian people. If you think you want to be here and be in a corner, you call it on new destination and allow these jokers to play on your intelligence when you go from one protest or to wake somebody and shoot one gun, you run it away, you're not ready.
Okay.
This is the same Andrew. One of the quotations of Martin Luther King. Before you win, some will die, some will be referred to as an antagonist, some will be officers who will be put in jail. Don't go for protest when you are stuck in your ear one time you go high yourself. No. Let us take them to their heel so that the right thing can be done for the country because I need to survive. My family need to survive. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so kindly. Thank you so kindly. Let me speak to Mr. Malazing. Malazing, good morning. Welcome. Let me speak to Mr. Malazing K. Yadolo. Mr. Malazing, welcome.
Good morning, boss here.
Yeah.
You see, what is happening in Liberia, God does not let ugly. It is God that used the Supreme Court to come up with a kind of ruling and lay the case back under the feet of Joseph Boakai. The fact is that he created the problem. So the problem is with you now.
It's a governance issue that we must be serious about. I'm not saying we are not, I say we should add, in fact, more seriousness. This is what they call oversight. Senator Snow and the Senate raised the issue about LEC, and the president has sent LEC in keeping with the law, the managing director for confirmation. But Madam President, I want to go beyond what Senator Snow is.
Down of the Capitol building. People that were in Liberia or that are in Liberia around the world that were doubting that Boakai got no part to play in this thing. How did he get back to our LG? Who are paying the money? Yeah. The money that Representative Collins.
It's a governance issue that we must be serious about. I'm not saying we are not, I say we should add.
Being in the street there discussing, people have been debating. He has come squarely on the feet of Joseph Boakai. You created a problem, now you end it. Because the judicial system cannot enforce law. It is the executive. I can walk in the court can fine me. I cannot say I'm not paying for that fine and get outside. The court will use police or sheriff to arrest me. It is through the executive. So yesterday I came across a post on Facebook after the ruling came down. They said the executive was divided. The legal advisor to Boakai was saying that the executive should back the group to challenge or to defy the ruling. And the Minister of State, Grisby, was saying that the Boakai should let him be laid to rest by respecting the ruling. So they said they were divided. President Kunangbe got no authority. No one human being in Liberia has authority to defy the ruling of an ordinary court before you talk about Supreme Court. It is the Supreme Court that when they got the election, senator or representative election, when in contention, that the court can say that a person win, and that person who declare winner will go and take their seat. Without any argument, the other party will get in because Supreme Court can't down with ruling. That the Supreme Court has spoke yesterday. If Boga cannot enforce the ruling, it is clear to people who were doubting that Boga got no part to play, that Boga is the one who created the problem. Couldn't get no authority to defy the authority of the Supreme Court.
Okay. Thank you so kindly, Mr. Madison K. Yadolo there. Thank you for being a part of the program. Talk about our comments. Don't worry, those of you on Facebook. But this is what Dylan said.
No, it's a governance issue that we must be serious about. I'm not saying we are not. I say we should add, in fact, more seriousness. This is what they call oversight. Senator Snow and the Senate raised the issue about LEC, and the president has sent LEC in keeping with the law, the managing director, for confirmation. But Madam President, I want to go beyond what Senator Snow is suggesting or observing. Madam Pro Tem, I am asking the Senate to summon the President's legal advisor. We need to deal with this President's legal advisor. Let them know what kind of legal advice he gave the President. The legal plumbers coming out of the marshal. The legal plumber. Therefore, I'm not calling the error any longer. 1 year, the legal plumber coming out of the marshal. But the President, in the law, when I hear people say, only the Minister of Justice can disagree with the President and the legal blanket. It's not just true like that.
Talk about it on Kings 88.5. Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Israel.
Morning.
Yeah, Israel, this is Manuel, and I joined from my call resident.
Okay.
You know, Israel, the thing is overdue, my brother, and we want to salute you guys. Continue to provide the education, sensitize our people about the whole thing when it started. And kudos to the Supreme Court for mustering the courage, irrespective of the intimidations, influence, and other things from the executive, to stand firm for the support and sustainability of interpretation.
Yeah.
The court have interpreted, and you sit down here, you say you don't respect the court. We want to see that. We want to see that.
But who enforce it now? The people are divided over the court ruling, the executive. Some people say the president should do it. Some people say the president should not do it. So who will enforce it?
Yeah, but Israel, I listen to those propaganda. I don't want to even say there are two, but it's a propaganda in the president's office. Legal advisor for the Minister of State. I listen to those guys. But here is it. The legal advisors and the Attorney General supposed to be the legal advisors to the president on legal matters. Even the Attorney General, that's why I posted the money. He's our uncle, he's our brother, he's our son for Sino. All right? His first interpretation to the Supreme Court ruling does not only bring a shame to the country or embarrassment to the country, but it also brought shame to the people of Sino. Because Sino people in this country are noted of producing good brain. And you're one of those persons we're proud of. But to be, influenced and cajoled by Mr. BOYE-WEAH and the cronies, that's the unfortunate part. However, you listen to the Supreme Court. They said the opinion or the interpretation of the word, the Attorney General, it doesn't matter to them because that interpretation is irrelevant. So what is the Supreme Court telling you? They say legal a constitutional duty or a responsibility to the executive to provide legal, opinion for the executive. But it's not the Supreme Court. But the statement, the point we made here is where if these people want a peaceful Liberia, a democratic Liberia, a market woman or the native woman in Bokonjiri, in my town, to be the respecter of the law. Then, of course, Mr. BOYE-WEAH and this regime need to respect the rule of law. Yes, you have the right of the Liberian people. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly, my brother. Thank you. Talk about it on Kings 88.5. I'll soon read your comments. Those of you on our Facebook field, I'll soon read your comments right here so that we all listen to some of the things you have written, right on Kings 88.5. Talk about it. So let's go to the women line. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Eka.
Yeah.
Yeah, la man voted from PHP community.
Ma voted.
Yeah.
Now you call on the radio.
I say good morning, Papa. Thank you for everything.
Ma voted.
Yeah.
Listen, you call on the radio. I think day before yesterday, and what you news was very bad. You don't do that on the radio.
All right, sorry.
You don't do that. You don't. I thought to tell you, and secondly,
Let me tell you what I want to.
No, you're not talking what you're talking. I'm simply telling you that we don't do it on the radio. It's not a place where you see everybody coming in. You're an elderly woman and you use those kind of languages on the radio. People all across the country. People are telling me someone I lie on the show again because it was very wrong. So please apologize. Please apologize.
All right, apologize.
Okay. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said you're thinking the money. You see, the Liberia here will be on a law. Why people in jail for? Some people in jail from Dotan, from Chatterton, all the government because of the law. So when you say you're president today, you can't obey the law. And what kind of government you running? So me, you talk to the pape. I know you owe. When you owe, all you're thinking is, oh, the law that the law. And the men who come from Sando can't say what call itself home. The Sando people I know about, they are decent people. They are educated people. So when the Supreme Court comes down with the ruling, he must abide to the ruling. So the people can talk to the Sano people. I beg him, he wasn't born to be speaker. When he will be speaker, he must get there the proper way. They must go back in a chima so the people can learn him. But now he's not a speaker, he's shameful. So let him stay aside, let him get everything to Kofa and then go back in a hall so they can settle their problem. He shouldn't decide the other branch of government, which is Supreme Court. Look at the thing they were doing yesterday. They were bad. are causing the people. So when you talking now, we'll listen to you as a speaker. When they do it to him, he will feel bad. So that is stop. This country here for everybody, not for one set of people. The way they're doing the government, the way they're running government, and not the way to run the government. So they must come to them fast senses. They must take time.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so kindly. Thank you so kindly. So let's take someone from the international. Let's talk to Hassan. Hassan Kenneth. Hassan, good morning.
Morning, Israel.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
I would say thank you very much, my brother. And you are really there for Adoran people. May God bless you always time.
Amen.
And then you say my name is Hassan Kenneth, and I live Germany, Hamburg. I want to tell all the Liberians to know that the Supreme Court has spoken, and the executive have to enforce it. If the executive will not enforce, the executive will have us content, because our country, we will not accept for our country to go back where we come from. I wonder if the President Walker is hearing the word. President Walker, you have to do the right thing. The honorable man Richard that but the super office for the rebel people no one problem. We want peace in our country, because tomorrow when we come on the street, they will not do that because we are violent. We don't want peace. We want peace. That is why we are raising that they should do the right thing. The law to be respected. If the law not being respected, it will affect the president Walker, because that same law that gave the mandate to be the president of the Republic of Liberia. If you don't respect that law will go against it. Thank you very much, Israel. Thank you for the opportunity.
Morning.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
I forget the money. I bought it there.
Okay.
I want to bring the paper tomorrow. Show to my children. They will help me.
That's good. That's good. So they will try. They will start. The holiday already there. Eh?
The holiday.
The holiday. Okay.
The all the paper.
Okay. Myself, I need to just come. I need to just stop what and just walk to come to your place there. Yeah. Ali, anybody know you around there?
Yeah, put me around.
Yeah. So I will just can't walk. I will just get down, walk behind the feet there. See, I'm looking for man beds. You get your photo. I will just hold in my hand. I'm looking for the woman. I'm looking for the woman. The CDC woman. So we are.
Why not do?
Yeah.
Why not do? Why we are for what we do? Say my number. Call me. I mean, I'll come for you.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks so kindly. We're happy for that. At least thank you. We're able to get the debt, the load of debt, and thanks to all those that made the contribution. At least the woman now, she's okay. Put that dead, the water will now go into her place, and that is it. That is it. That is it. So please, Liberians, let me tell all of you, this is our contract library. I'm going to read I'm going to read the Facebook comment. And listen, let me be blunt to all of you. My flexibility is not stupidity. My flexibility is not weakness. It's not weakness. I'm just what I am. I'm who I am. I will always be Israel. Nobody going to change it. Nobody going to stop it. There are others who don't like Israel. There are others who like Israel. There are others who don't believe in him. There are others who believe in him, and that's okay. That's life. And there's not everybody that loves Christ. The Pharisees, the scribes, it's not every one of them held Jesus in high esteem, even though he came to redeem mankind, but they said it was not necessary. He was not of the person. So what we do on the platform is for the good of our country. There are things I will not say to you on this platform that is good for our country. So if some of you get vexed because everyone's views is respected. No matter how you want to continue with being good, you want to continue good. Look, my coming on this radio is for Liberia. It's not for an individual. It's not because of George Weah. No, it's not because of anybody. My coming on this radio early in the morning, I risk my life, is because of Liberia. It's for my children. It's for my unborn, the great-grandchildren. So it's when we talk, you respect us. For me to allow people like a man like Hussein is a Liberian now. If I allow Hussein, I commit no crime. I run the show. None of you run the show. I run the show. So if some of you think I'm on stupid crewman here, I will block you and you will not have access, and I'll block you on my Facebook page. I don't need your friendship. I'm not looking for friendship. I'm not passing around looking for friendship. No, you see me passing around looking for both friendship. I don't. It's people that want my friendship. I don't pass around. So when I respect you, respect me. I respect Hussein the Liberians. Hussein's a unity partisan. I know when he says things, he asks questions, he answers. The very people who respond to him. So I should not be tolerant. Even if anybody call on this radio and ask for existence, who determine it? Am I the one giving them the money? I'm not the one giving them the money. People believe in what I do and they decide to help these people. Granted. So it's not my fault that nobody will come and blame me. So friendship is not by force, it's by choice. You want to be my friend? Go. Go. Liberia still remains. And that's my greatest concern. That's my greatest concern. And so let's keep it up. Let me read some of these comments right here and greet our people. I'll do what I do best. Jack T. Pennon, he said, let Kofa throw that bugger outside, man. Oh, he said, let Kofa throw that bugger outside of his office and collect his car back. The same way he did to him. No sorry for Chinese. Oh, it's payback time. With the Chinese now. Lucia Laki said, Lucia Laki said, thank God for JFK and all those that stood by the law. D. Wallow Remy, how are you? Phoebe Molu said, he's following from Conakry. Nat Nyoma Billy, all right, how are you? Justina Yinati, how you doing? Mayamuke D. Kekula, I'm watching from Vatan, Gibraltar community. Let's scroll down. Martina Bona, she said, the Lord is the law. Guys, pack your things and go in Jesus' name. Oh. Eric D. Kwa, watching from Minnesota, the USA. Adama Kane said, I'm watching from Sino County, Buto. Linda Morris, she said, good morning, Kings FN family. Common Citizen is watching from somewhere common. Let me wait, what am I doing? Emmanuel A. Ping. Where's the place? Yes. Emmanuel A. Ping say Dylan is only looking for public eye service, but yet 2029 Dylan will still be out. Ruth Ping say Avaso to that president. Alan JJJ. So good morning, my Kings FN family. I'm following you guys from Duazon, Bethlehem Hill Community, Lower Marigibi County, RRA Highway. Archie Kamara, how are you? Blessing Jacob Doe, you watching from the GSA row, Zina. Elijah B. Koti said, during WEAH's time, it was very simple in the House. The ruling party took the speakership, and the deputy speakership went to the opposition. That is why there was no noise in the CDC-led government. Brown Samuel Z. Brown, watching from Division 41 Firestone. Gladys Brennings Yuma, she said, this is sad and scary. Emmanuel Pena said, but the first place, the army was moved when the war came in Liberia. Then even now, let Liberia be peaceful. If we die with hunger, let it be not war. Asata M. Miller said, Bwaka and his garish rebels should respect the rule of law. This country is not Bwaka Republic. This is the Republic of Liberia. Jeremiah Kule said, good morning, BOYE-WEAH SIEH. thanks very much for your persistent hard work and refined information. Refined. I'm closely following you from Mississippi Street, Green Bay, Sino County. Satam M. Miller, watching from Hosso Clinic Community Resident. CDC Papi, Success Keita for Life, watching from Duporo. Muyan Sharif, following from Banga City, Bon County. Anderson Kamara, Anderson, you're watching from Matadi City Clinic. Jacqueline Charles, let me close the door. Jacqueline Charles, good morning. I'm watching live from Yekepa City, Nimba County. Bobby Axig W, how are you? Queen Odette Grateful, you're watching from Freeport, Abuja Community. Fumba OK Yen, you're watching from Vartan, Morovia. Emmanuel Kui, you're watching from Bon County, David Dean Town. Cole Palmer, say imagine going Banaville with no car. Wow. Chris PK Zuba, he said, good morning, my hard-working brother. Thanks so much. I appreciate your hard work. I covered you with the blood of Jesus. Amen. Okay, thanks so kindly. Yes. Cole Palmer, he said, good morning, King Seven. I'm watching from the township of Dixville. To leave power last month, le big brother bunch Gio, le law la le law ba, le law la le law ba, ultra virus. Lofa Quink, how are you? Jerry K. Joko, following live from your Soul Clinic resident. Joseph Tupa said, the Lord is the Lord. Chelsea Firstborn Yaya Kruman, following from the western region of Liberia. J. Jopa Jayine, how are you? Lawrence Chuku Code, you're watching live from Lagos State, Nigeria. Said, I love this show. Thanks so kindly. Cassie Johnson, good morning, BOYE-WEAH SIEH. You're watching from Cotton Tree Lower, Madgibi County. Darlene Luke Kind Moses is following live from your comfort zone GSA Road community. Okay. Baron A. Walker, my dear brother, how are you and your darling wife and the family doing? Abroski Golo Jalayu, you're watching from Madgibi County Dwazon this morning. Lawrence Instructor, you're watching from Abidjan City. Cecilia Logan, you're watching from Australia. Johnson Dolly, you're watching from your New Jersey resident in the USA. CC Love Destiny Stabler, how are you? Patricia Brown, you're following from your Rehab EAW community resident. Ansu Coleman, you're following from the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia. Kevin Soko, how are you? Kevin Soko writes, Liberia should be declared as a failed and lawless country by the international community. J. Emmanuel Nice, you're following from Johnsonville Beyond Heart of Grace. Okay. Kevin Soko is following from the USA. Stafflonio D. Mender, he said, he who laughs last laugh the best, and he who runs after his shadow where it ends up, he has stupid food like a giant rat who wanted to harvest seeds that he did not sow. Kudos to you, Israel, for the good work. Thanks so kindly. Let's throw down Sobai Ambi Mohammed. You following from the Gambia. Murphy Henning. So good morning, BOYE-WEAH SIEH. I'm watching from District 9, where one of the best lawmakers lived, Representative Foko. Speaker Kofar is giving some people pressure on the other side. Man, Edith is killing somebody back. Oh, Ellis Kulu. So good morning, King 7 family. Thanks for the update this morning. I think it is time for the Liberian people to wake up now. If the Liberian people don't do so, come 2029, they will take the election by force. Right. J. Jopa Jaina said, Israel, BOYE-WEAH SIEH, the Lord is the law. If Waka refuses the Supreme Court ruling, then Liberia is going on the bad path. However, we on this government-led, however, we on this government-led by His Excellency Joseph N. Boakai, we all this government led by Joe Boakai to do best for our country. Emmanuel Gisi answer says, watching from his Soul Clinic residence, he said, let me take this time to appreciate the Supreme Court for their hard work done for the Liberian people. Liberia is the only country we have, Chief. Okay. All right, Fomba, okay, yeah. How are you? Brown, Samuel Zer Brown said, I'm following from Division 41, Firestone, Liberia. Jane McBorough said, I love how this removal of legitimate speaker is going through the different branches of government in Mama, Liberia. I will go to my grave knowing that this illegal removal of a legitimate speaker went through each desk of the 3 branches of government. There will be no excuse. Right. Sombat Abin Mohammed said, Israel, that president can be Israel, that's president can be misguided because he is 42 years experience. So whenever someone tells him something, he has to think about it before making decision. Okay, that country doesn't belong to one person. So those people need to do the right thing if they claim to be a peaceful people. Samuel Hollywood said the minority bloc of the House of Representatives need to sue the majority bloc for multiple damages. Prince S. Colley, watching from Ganta, Nimba County. Rudolph Dennis, J. Emmanuel Duana, Sebastian Williams. How are you, Jean Papi? How you doing, Rose G. Tour? You're watching from Batnosville, Kiaba. We are 2029, the massive platform CDC. How are you, Honorable Sandy O. Mensa, Abu Arenos Kaba, LG Mohammed Malian Deco. You're following from Jacobtown Lone Star Community. Verman McIntosh Clark. How are you? Prince S. Zeze Jr. Domo Love Domo. Ibrahim B. Krumah. You following from Iron Factory, your Iron Factory resident, Princess Favor Mina. You're watching. Mufflet say you there in North Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota, the USA. Cecilia Logan from Australia. Edward Soming. Diamond Gono Flomo. Henry T. Toad Jr. You're watching from Carwell Otto. You're following from your Patrick Johnson, Samuel Nomu Topo, following from Batnosville, Kiaba, Rita Yolo. You're watching from Dixville, Elijah Sipo. You're watching from your St. Francis Johnson Avenue, New Jersey, Gardnersville resident, Julie Zer Kennedy, Sion Pottet, Justina Harris. You're watching from 72nd Junction. Samuel T. Saki, you're watching from Bopolu City, Bapolu County. Fatou Sharif, Darlington B. Williams Darlington. You're watching from Randall Street. Fatou Sharif, how are you? Boaman Ibrahim Kwei. You're following from your Chicken Soup Factory Gulf Community resident. Kadiatu Bebeke Kamara, you're watching from your comfort zone, Dwazon, Magidi County. Sylvester Kroma, how are you? Harrison Way. Amra Jala Kamara, you're watching live from Brussels. Henry Yango, how are you, my dear brother? Wilson, you're watching from the Republic of Guinea. Patricia W. Doe, you're watching from Kesali Boulevard. James Lamy, Gemma Kiambokondre, Sino County. Andrew B. Masakwe. How are you people? I know you can say Israel, you get patient to read all that thing. Yes. That's my own way of appreciating them for being a part of the program, putting data on their formed. Becky M. Dwyer, she said, the Lord is the Lord. Prentic X Gantic, Blue Rangers, how are you? Peter Lane, Gao Roberts, how you doing? Stevie Yakandi, You're watching from Cotton Tree, District 2, Lower Mangidi County. Abraham Boga, how are you, my dear brother? You're watching from Grand Bassa County, Buchanan City. Sources Nathan Pekin, you're watching from Tottenham Brush City, Bombing County. Okay, through here. Yeah. So I've greeted every one of you. Okay. Time has got with us. Those of you on the YouTube channel, those of you there, oh my God, man. Those of you on the YouTube channel want to say thanks so kindly. Yes, thanks so kindly to all of you. Thanks so kindly to all of you. Faya Bobo Soiree from Sierra Leone, Emmanuel Bro from Minnesota, USA, Augustine Dablo from King George Grand Cape Mount County, Rita Hott from Massachusetts, USA, Gertrude J.D. Williams from Johnsonville, Charles M. Dulu Bapu from Soul Clean Belt, David W. Copodinion from Robertsville Highway, Charles M. Okay, Lady Aqua from Sacramento. How are you? The rest of the folks, Andrew Sasa from the USA, Miata Dam, Comfort Man Cooper, Mustafa Jaliba from Grand Cape Man, Frederick Duffer from the Baptist Seminary, William Somolu from Starting Island. I want to say thanks to all of you, man. You're doing really well. Yeah. Thanks so kindly. What time is of essence? Some have caught up with us on today's edition of the program. Talk about it on King's 88.5. Let's say thanks to all of our callers. Thank you for your comments, suggestions, and recommendations. The way forward on our best we can move our country to Mama Liberia. My name is Ezra BOYE-WEAH SIEH. Until tomorrow, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.